Oh shit. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the best, worst show on the internet, Griftcast IRL, bitches. That's right. We changed our name to Griftcast because now we are a grifter, 100% tried and true. Show me the money. Give me your money. What's going on? This is Griftcast. And we've set up some new things. You'll notice that I have this other window on yonder. But you see, there's a reason for it. I wanted to figure out how we could get our troll box so we could, put out just even more to all of our generous donations of followers. And you know what? I did have to shout out a follow. To Esoteric Dimension. He is a new follower over there on the Twitch ski. That's right. And look at that. I can highlight that guy. And we also had a new subscriber and some guy named Court Manning. He came through last night too, so we just have to be like, damn, thank you very much for your generosity in all of this. But yes, this is Griftcast IRL, where we do a whole lot of griftings. This is going to be the morning show, I guess, for today, because boy, oh boy, do we got some updates. But as always, before we get into any of the stuff, we got to say hello to the people in the chat, like my boy Harry right there. Miss your tropical delusion, complaining about me being late or whatever. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm always exactly on time when I want to be. We also have our boy V Squiggles McJr., who seems to just be freaked out about the name change. He's like, Griftcast, what? Maybe I'm doing a bit. I don't know. We also have DVS Lord. How's it going to Mr. DVS Lord? And Mr. Sewer Guy Rob. Thank you very much. And then, damn, we just got a new subscriber. Sas Koopa just subscribed on the YouTube. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Hello to CV, and thank you for putting out the link to our Griftcast IRL link zone, where if you want to find our PayPal or freaking Cash App, our social medias, links to our Discord, even abilities to email us, you could just go right there. tr.ee/Griftcast. That's right. Griftcast is what it is. Griftcast is what it is. And, honestly, I know you guys are probably wondering what's up with all this stuff. Is he doing a bit? And I'm like, no, man, I need to pay my rent. So we're taking everything that we've learned from the big boys and we're applying it to our own show, and we're going to become the greatest that ever was, that ever will be, ever, for 1,000,000 years, for 100,000 years. Defango is the greatest. Thank you very much. Also, please send me money. Thank you. Some of you guys are going to get really fed up with the whole grifting angle of this thing. And let me tell you, it's going to get funnier the more that you interact with it. Yes, it is. And as always, the show today is sponsored by Coffee Brand Coffee. That's right, Griffcast. You can go to coffeebrandcoffee.com and then you can use our promo code Griffcast to save yourself some money if you're trying to buy yourself some new stuff. And holy shit, we got another subscriber, Barry Merritt. Welcome to Griftcast IRL. Thank you for joining us this morning. We got to get all of our grifting done in the beginning of the show, and then in about 15 minutes, we'll be back with some more grifting or whatever, but we got to get it in. Just make sure that, hey, if you're a fan of coffee, if you like the coffee, well, then you should probably check out the Coffee Brand Coffee, because our boy Jeremy from the Quartering started this, so broke-ass YouTubers like me can have something to sell to their people, and in no way, shape, or form does it have anything to do with it. But yeah, you can head over to coffeebrandcoffee.com. They got teas, cocos, drinks, whatever the hell, and, if you buy and make a little purchase, some of that comes back on your boy D-Man over here, and you know how much we love grifting. You know how much we love that grifting, bro. We are the grifters. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, if you're into coffee, that's great. Make sure you go buy some Coffee Brand Coffee. Use promo code Griftcast, and yeah, you'll be able to be successful. I'm just looking at our coffee brand coffee thing, and we've had some quite a bit of sales already. We've had some referrals and we've had some sales, so I am very excited to see how this is all going to shake forward. Lots of good stuff coming in and happening for all of us. So I just want to be right there watching the conversions happen, watching the sales happen, and, helping out my boy Jeremy from the quartering. And thank you to the new subscribers and stuff. But remember, this is also a Griffcast. So you know what? The super chats are always going to be the main focus of the show. Over everything else, if you want to ask a question, say anything or whatever, just throw some fucking money at me and maybe I'll pay attention to you. If not, whatever. This is Griffcast. Follow our shit. Definitely. Share our shit. And if you don't do it, well, it is what it is. So thank you for coming to cast the cast of the Griftcast. Yes. So now, what are we going to be talking about today, guys? What are we going to be talking about today? Well, there has been some new developments in the world today, and in the world, I mean by in the world of Eliza Blue. So we're going to be kind of focused on that this morning, since some people seem to care about that story for whatever reason. Ever since all the big YouTubers got on because of my thread, now, people are out there, so I better be out there grifting hard. Right. Grifting hard. More hardly grifting, or grifting sorta. I don't know. Either way, though, we're here, we're ready to go, and boy, do I have an article for you, because if you don't remember, I've got a history with the Daily Beast. They've actually written articles on me, and now, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Daily Beast is writing articles about our good friend, our old friend, Eliza Blue. That's right, the old friend, Eliza Blue. How do I want to set this up right here? Should I go half screen? Oh, yeah, I kind of like that, actually. But now I just need to make it so that it all fits, which it doesn't all fit. So never mind. That sucks. I don't like that. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Okay, I'll just go like this. Picture, fine. Must be like the weird thing. Yeah, kind of weird thing. And don't worry, we're going to be the griff that keeps on griffing. Have me to kill, not me first, or whatever your name is. So, yes. First news of the day is that the Daily Beast, people that were reaching out to Eliza Blue for comment on their story, decided to actually write a story finally on our good friend Eliza Blue. And boy, oh boy, is it kind of a big one. I mean, it looks like they've engaged 4 different authors on this particular piece. We have Will Sommer, Kate Burklett, Kelly Wheel, and Noah Kirsch all coming together to collectively to write this new whatever we're going and dealing with right now. And honestly, it kind of makes it kind of doesn't seem to be very, very clear about what's actually happening here. And to Mr. Miles Kerfield in the chat, no, I'm not going to get to the point. And if you would like to complain or anything, that'll be $8. If I don't see $8 coming from you, you can just go hang out somewhere else. Woo! Sorry, we don't put over here on Griffcast. We don't put up with trolls that aren't respecting the grift. So, if you ain't respecting the grift, you're going to be not respecting the channel either, because you ain't going to be in it. Woo! So, yeah, let's just everybody give a nice big rip to Miles Kerfield in the chat or whatever. Yeah, think about what you've done, you little bitch. Woo! Anyways. So we know that I've actually had history with the Daily Beast, specifically with Will Sommer, actually. Will Sommer's done some articles with me as a source and also trolling me while I'm being the source. So it's not like we're friends. It's not like we're really worried about it, but we are here. And what's up to my boy American Badger? Nice to see you. And Squiggles Jr., do I have a Monero address? Are you trying to get me arrested or something? Monero is only for hackers and stuff, but I do accept all forms of cryptocurrency or whatever. Just email me. Yeah, just fucking email me, and maybe we could work on any of that stuff. So now, Why is this a big story? Well, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. I've been watching the people involved with the Daily Beast worm their way into different areas. Will Summer followed me before I got banned or whatever, so he could soak up all of the delicious details from the thing. I even DM'd him and I was like, yo, anything? And he's like, nah, man, just taking it all in with my balls, man. That's what I'm doing. So I figured that it was going to be a knockdown, drag out fight, and oh boy, it really, really ended up turning into it, because Daily Beast is saying that Eliza Blue's own friends aren't buying her trafficking story, and you're like, wait, what? Did they talk to some of her friends? Do they have people besides me that are from her past that could comment on this? Well, it seems that we do have that. Well, Squiggles McJr., if you have more Monero, I guess I can fire up a new Monero address so that you can send me money, because I will always accept your money. 100 times every single day, send me the money. So it seems that the Daily Beast actually was pretty engaged over this particular piece, because they discussed that, you know what, this bitch has been on with a lot of popular individuals like Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, Drew Pasinski, Michael Malice. Just the list goes on. Chrissy Mayer, right? She gets to be on that list too, or whatever. I mean, even Brittany Venti had been on it. Like, everybody that's been involved with this situation in some way, shape, or form has been on somebody's show, irregardless of where we were coming from or whatever. And to kill me first, I do take XRP, but XRP is definitely a scam or whatever, and you should definitely not own that stuff. You should definitely not own that scammy XRP, sir. But, if you want me to take it off of your fucking hands, I will take it off of your hands. But that shit, XRP, I don't know why you got into that. You must have shined on by some motherfuckers, but Jesus Christ. Was it FTX? It was FTX, wasn't it? Yeah, Brittany Venti is growing up their motive in more ways than one. I heard she's got a boyfriend, though. Well, that really sucks. But hey, it's whatever. So when I stepped away from the gang, my traffickers lost money and they want that money back, right? Oh, did you guys ever actually hear that quote from Eliza Blue? That she was being trafficked and her traffickers wanted money from her and she actually had to pay that money back? Well, now that Elon Musk and Eliza Blue find themselves embroiled in a Twittership controversy after multiple critics of Blue who shared embarrassing image from her past saw their accounts temporarily suspended from the site, some users suggested that Blue's direct line to Twitter brass and Musk himself may have led to the crackdown, even as the Twitter owner insists he's in favor of free speech and wide-ranging debate, even though I'm one of those people that was permanently suspended again because, yeah, Twitter's definitely not about free speech, and if anybody tries to lie to me about that shit, I will punch you in the nose. Yes, punch you in the nose. For sure. For sure. But isn't it interesting that Eliza Blue and Twitter both did not respond to comment on this, which kind of makes sense because Eliza Blue wasn't responding to anybody but Timcast because she's already worked her way into friendship with them. And Ella G. Irwin obviously doesn't want anybody digging any farther into her past with Eliza Blue because that would be embarrassing for all of them. And just to kind of throw it out there real quick in this particular situation, if you go back and you go look at Senorita Eliza Blue's Twitter account right now, it looks like there has been some sort of effect that has happened in this particular persuasion. I can kind of pull it up right now for you guys so you can take a look at it, but you will see that the tweets for Miss Eliza Blue have now been protected. Yes, that is correct. After the Daily Beast article came out at about 4:43 a.m. or something like that, about an hour and a half later, it seems Eliza Blue woke up and was like, oh, I'm going to totally check out if this locked Twitter account thing actually works for, getting more engagement. And then she locked her Twitter account. And Obviously, this has nothing to do with the Daily Beast article. That's just a coincidence, right? The Daily Beast article came out, and then just coincidentally, you locked your account because, you know, you're probably kind of worried about people digging into your past history, finding all of those tweets that you and Ella were talking together on and pictures you posted. Oh, yeah, don't worry, though. That shit's already all been saved, motherfucker. That shit's already all been saved. Your accounts have already been downloaded. So I guess that's kind of funny, right? That's kind of funny. And well, a lot of people have also told me about this particular situation is that even Eliza Blue's locals has been basically locked down under a paywall because she's very, very worried about what's happening in her whole entire situation. Yeah, so like even if you were on her thing before and you weren't paying, well, guess what? Now you gots to be paying, right? And I do actually have a copy of her locals or whatever that I'm actually still on. That's right. That's right. Papa Fang Diesel is still on that shit. You thought that was wrong, but apparently not, right? Apparently not. So I'll just go ahead and pull it up for you. So yeah, the locals is actually still active for Eliza, but you know, for most of the stuff here, it seems like you got to pay at least the $5 a month or $50 a year in order to get access. But I have noticed that there was a lot of different stuff that was being posted up here, and you can see that she's pretty selective on everything that actually gets posted here, no matter what. But, you know, we can kind of still take a look at stuff. And it's funny. My name is Defango on locals. And this bitch still hasn't kicked me out of here, though. So, here's somebody posting the World Star thing. So, yeah, I know you guys didn't think that I had access behind the paywall. But you know what? I'm an equal opportunity shithead. I will pay $5 to be able to see something. And you guys are going to be surprised that I've been paying for Eliza's locals and paying attention to this for a very, very long time. But I am rather disappointed, actually, in some of the bigger YouTubers over there that haven't spent the money that I have to really, really drive the point home on this one. But that's okay. I'm a shithead. I know. It's a whatever. But you can see that I'm actually on a couple of different people's locals or whatever. And like, you know, here's another one from January 21st. Dear Eliza, we have questions. And it's a Twitter post. It is a Twitter post. And I wonder what the Twitter post is. Oh, wow. No way. Does this actually go to somebody that we fucking know? Yep. We had this person on the show yesterday. The Shuggy Show. Evie Warner found out some things about the pictures and videos for Eliza Blue. Yeah. Don't you fucking worry. Your pretty little fucking heads. I can be 100% clear and certain that not only did Eliza definitely know about all this stuff on her locals because people were fucking commenting the shit out of it. I got the proof for you right here, baby. I got the proof for you right here. And I'm a little disappointed. In some of our stalwart journalists that didn't actually spend the money to get up in here to pull out them memes. But, you know, we can't all be winners. We can't all be winners. And obviously, this is Griftcast IRL, so we definitely require donations via Super Chat, PayPal, or whatever the fuck or whatever, because, like, how are we supposed to call this show Griftcast if y'all ain't grifting and I be the grifter? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to send me the monies so I can spend the monies to get more lols. That's how this fucking shit works. Yeah. So, just try to put that out there. This whole entire thing has been very, very clear. And it's even funnier that, you know, it's funnier that she hasn't actually deleted any of the posts at all. But, you know, I figured it would be fun to just kind of break off into that and show you that, you know, just in case you thought she was hiding behind a paywall, she's not. I could see it, and she's really not really saying anything over there. Absolutely nothing. You think that she's moving over from Twitter to locals and saying some shit? Hell no. All the same motherfuckers that are on her locals paying her money are saying the same shit that you are. You're welcome. You're welcome. And oh shit, dude, we're doing a little morning grifting, Christina. That's right. And you need some merch. We're going to be working on the official GriftCast IRL merch, and we'll be releasing it soon so that you guys can purchase it and pay me more money because I like money. But at the end of the day, like, we're going to be getting a nice El Jefe shirt probably that's designed for Griffcast. So it'll be like, you know, my old school El Jefe shirt with the sugar skull on it, but then it's going to say Griffcast looking really nice and shit like that. I think people will be real fucking into it. Yes, they will be real into it. It's kind of funny. We're sitting here at 77 concurrent viewers on YouTube. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share this thing with your friends, and remember, we do have the troll box active, so we will know when you guys subscribe or donate or whatever, and we will definitely call that shit out because we love our subscribers, because we need money. That's right, we need money. We need money. So this is a pretty good article, I seem to think, because right now a lot of people are actually finally into the motions with it. We can see that it has had some effect, because usually people don't take their Twitter accounts private unless there's something going on. And then it makes it funnier, the fact that I made my account private before all of this even started. And now everybody's fucking copying me again. Stop copying me, you sons of bitches. I'm supposed to be copying you. Right now I'm copying Timcast and all the rest of them or whatever. And I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job. We just need to get a couple more. We just need to get the first super chat of the day. And then this shit really kicks off like crazy. So I'm looking at one of you out there. Huh? This isn't a one-way street. It's a two-way street. Just saying. You know, maybe you'll get some Who Spoofed the Sooth Rich files or something. I don't know. So, Eliza Blue grew up in a rural area along the Illinois border with Iowa, known as the Quad Cities. She portrayed her homeschooled upbringing as an innocent one that made her all the more naive about the world and how it really works. Yes, that's right. And despite her claims to the contrary, public records proved that Eliza Blue's original name was Eliza Morthland, born 1981, and her father is Richard Morthland, a farmer and former Illinois state representative who ran unsuccessfully on the GOP ticket for lieutenant governor in 2018. Morthland also did not respond to requests for comment. Kind of weird, right? Like, every single person in this story that they wanted to talk to just did not want to have anything to do with anything that these guys were saying, which I find highly suspicious and maybe just a little bit strange for the most part. So, in 2021, Eliza Blue appeared to deny on Twitter that she was Eliza Morthland, but Facebook photos show her standing with other members of the Morthland family. A 2010 newspaper article about Richard Morthland shows a daughter who looks like Blue standing next to the politician, as identified as his daughter, Eliza Morthland. And Morthland also gave a comment for a 2009 article about a band Eliza Blue worked under her married name, Eliza Seep, and Blue's Cometology lists Richard Morthland's farm as her address. So I think it's 100% confirmed that, you know what, Richard Morthland is her father. And very interesting to see that, I guess, when her father used to work in the Illinois Senate, then tried to run for lieutenant governor, didn't get elected as lieutenant governor, and hasn't been in the government since then, which is pretty good information, I think, because for the most part, most of the articles online still list him as being in the Illinois State Senate, which I thought was a very, very strange thing. And I did see your comment where you say they're probably got threatened to take down their article, just like Red State and American Crime Journal. And yes, but unlike anybody else, the Daily Beast isn't going to take down their article. They're going to leave that shit up, and they give no fucks. They give zero fucks. And American Crime Journal didn't take down his article. His articles are still up. I can go show you that here in just a second, but let's just focus on the current information at hand with Mrs. Bleu. Yes, and also make sure you share this with your friends, share it on Twitter, and I'm still waiting I'm still waiting for the first super chat on Griftcast IRL. Y'all are supposed to be throwing them things out like crazy. That's why this is called Griftcast, because we out here grifting and stuff. But it doesn't work if you guys aren't, playing your part in the grift or whatever. So, like, my name's Manny Poole. I'm wearing a beanie. We're trying to fix counterculture and creating culture and shit. So, like, get on that shit. For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Anyways, my bad. There is no question that Blue has advocated for trafficking victims, especially on Twitter. But she has often offered a murky account of her own background that leaves even her supporters unsure about the Vegas details. Yes, the Vegas details. And oh my God, I think we got our first grift. We got the first grift of the day. Look at that shit, dude. Oh, first grifter of the day. My co-host from last evening throwing in $5 for the morning. $5. That's actually really dope. I respect that. I respect your $5 super chat. And as you can see, we got the picture-in-picture going on with Atlas Gaming. $5 super chat. Thank you very much. We appreciate your generous patronage. And finally, somebody turned Griftcast IRL into exactly what it is. The grift that we all deserve. That's right. This is the grift that we all deserve. And you can see, if I want to, I can replay that shit too. Atlas Gaming, thank you for that $5. Thank you for monetizing the stream, because we make shit off of YouTube ads, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for your generous patronage. I told you that. Oh, look at that. We got Sewer Guy Rob coming in for something too. Sewer Guy Rob, member for 43 months of the Griftcast IRL. He's seen every name that every sitting, and he even put out a grifty message. Oh, but for whatever reason, it just says my grifty message is the message that he put out there. So thank you so much to Sewer Guy Rob for your generous 43 fucking months of being involved with your boy, Man Diesel, in the Griftcast IRL. I mean, that's just some great information. That's some great news. I mean, literally nobody could have ever have thought that this would have gone this well. So we thank you. We thank you. We thank you, because obviously people that pay us money are just better than everyone else. I mean, that's just the way that this shit goes, apparently. That's apparently the way the shit goes. I don't know. I just work here. I just work here. This is just my job. I do this for a living, guys. So, like, if you don't pay me money, Cherie's gonna throw me out, okay? I'm gonna be living in the street. So, get this shit on. I'm not doing this for me. I'm making money for Cherie. Please help! Okay, maybe that was a little over the top, but still, please help. Send help. Anyways, there's no question that Blue has advocated for trafficking victims, especially on Twitter. But she's offered murky accounts of her own background that even leave her supporters unsure about all but the Vegas details. She could grow hostiles with reporters who ask her the basic facts, like the year she was trafficked, the name of the perpetrator. For example, journalist Katie Herzog reached out to Eliza Blue on phone in December, only to have Blue become defensive when Herzog raised even the prospect of asking about Blue's own story. Yeah. That's right. That's right. And yes, Atlas Gaming, I did see Jeremy from the Quartering griping that people should be super chatting him instead of super chatting Tim Pool about Eliza. And all I have to say to Monsieur Jeremy about that is that damn dog, that is some epic grift fucking logic right there, and I can only fucking respect that, because you know what? I'm going to say the same thing. If Jeremy says that they shouldn't be super chatting Tim Pool, all the Eliza Blue stuff, and they should be sending him, I'm saying fuck Tim Pool, fuck Jeremy, send it to Griffcast, because I'm the one that literally got the ball rolling on all these things, and they're rich enough. They don't need fucking money. I need fucking money. So I ain't even out here talking shit, Jeremy. And remember, guys, dude, use Coffee Brand Coffee. If you guys like coffee, you want to drink some fucking coffee or whatever, you want to be a part of the, Coffee Brand Coffee Nation, you can. We offer you guys different links for cool coffees, cocos, whatever. Just join us. Use coterie code or use coupon code Manuel or coupon code Griffcast in order to make your money for it. And let me show it to you. I'll pull it right up for here. Coffee brand coffee, dude. This is obviously the grift. We're going to a nice little grift break. Actually, they're gonna go into a grift break. Do you like coffee? Do you drink cocoa? Do you do anything like that? Use our coupon code Griffcast to make sure that you save at least 5% off of your entire order, and then show everybody that you support my store and you support Jeremy from the Quartering and his massive, unbelievable, crazy big grift. And then, oh my God, we got another fucking super chat, dog. $5 super chat. Griftcast IRL from Squiggles McJr. $5 says, how easy would it be to get a hold of the GTA source code leak since it's leaked? Where would one go to look for it? I have an idea. And I just got to say, well, Squiggles McJr., you could go to a lot of different places to find it. Usually it's going to be the dark web, darknet, probably. There's probably a copy of it on some kind of hack forum somewhere. But what would your idea be with it? You're planning on making your own GTA online game? Because people pretty much do that already with 5M and how they're having all those like crazy streamer servers or whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, dude. So, well, thanks a lot, Sewer Guy Rob, for your generous membership. Now go make some coffee and then come back and give me more money. Thank you very much. So, yeah, that was the coffee brand coffee break that we just had. That was our coffee brand coffee grift break. Thank you very much. That's sponsored by Jeremy from the Quartering, because in order to be the best grifter that we possibly could be, the best YouTuber that we possibly be, we got to copy all of the big boys, do all the same things that they do, be funny about it. And if they don't like it, well, it's not like it really matters, but at least I'm still making the guy money or whatever, because I'm still promoting his shit. And even if I'm promoting it in a funny way like that, I'm probably still getting more sales than most people, which is kind of funny. Yeah. And oh my God, I'm a guard. You didn't super chat this, but I don't think that you needed a super chat for me to show that on the screen. Eliza went from showing her brown star to receiving a silver star. Oh my God. I don't know if somebody else got some money that they want to put back on. Crypto-based GTA with an anti-cheat stat tracking algorithm, blatantly stealing GTA from Rockstar and running it as crypto software, making it more secure. Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty cool. We could probably get something doing that, like having a GTA 5 based like crypto game where you can make money. The issue would be, though, is that once they started filing takedown requests, like there would be almost no way for you to like get away with that unless you literally rewrote the entire source code in a completely different fashion, which is, I mean, that's gonna take fucking years, dog. Unless you had like one of those GPT-4 chatbots or whatever, and then you taught the GPT chatbot to recode it from one language to another language, and then you could use it. So like you could just have like the bot recompile all the code into a different one, and we'll be there. And oh my God, what am I even talking about? We got a fucking super chat. Money, people throwing money at us. Oh my God. These are our favorite people in the entire world, the ones that give us the money. So let's just check it out right now. From Yana B sent us a $5 super chat saying, wouldn't it be wild when she used her so-called safe house to lure victims and pimp them herself with daddy's help? Her father is fishy as fuck too. So that's a super chat right there for one of our greatest pay pigs that ever lived. Somebody new to the channel. I don't even know if they're actually subscribed, but because I didn't see a subscription, maybe they're already subscribed. But damn, thank you for your $5 super chat. And I mean, that would be pretty scary if she was running some kind of halfway house that turned into being some kind of prostitution ring. And I mean, people still haven't looked into anything that has to do with Eliza Blue's, what do you call that? Her crypto wallets that seem to be getting some very sizable transactions put into them that are very into the same part of everything. Yeah. I don't know, man. It kind of seems very, very strange to me if you really think about it. But you know what? really think about it. I just kind of like, I'm here, I'm doing my show, we got our grift rolling, we almost had 100 people in the grift thing, so we have to be pretty happy about this. So yeah. And done. What does that say? At Cheeto Cheeto, if you want your message to be heard. What does it mean, done? What do you mean, done, Cheeto Cheeto, if you want your message to be heard? What is Cheeto Cheeto being? Is Cheeto Cheeto being a thing? This is unlistenable. What's unlistenable about this? Well, if you don't like it, Cheeto Cheeto, you can take your ass out of here because this is GriftCast IRL. And if you ain't paying us money, we don't give two fucks about you. My name's Manny Poole. I'm wearing a beanie. We're fighting for counterculture or whatever. Give us money. Give us money. Give us money. Yeah, dude, seriously, why is this guy got to be a party pooper over here? I'm over here doing a fucking bit. I'm going to be doing this bit for like the next month or two until I get bored of it. So like, if you're not into it now, I mean, in a month, you're going to be fucking like, he's still doing it. Why won't he stop? Oh, yeah. He's the only party pooper. That's right, Cherie. He's the only party pooper. Everyone else is totally fine with it or whatever, because in the many years of me being a live streamer, in the many, many, many years of me being a live streamer, we have not done this at all, like ever. That's why it's so funny. Blue stirred up some controversy on her own with diehard supporters of the band in an online mini scandal that featured Blue calling a star the N-word, and that star would have been Monsieur Jeffree Star. Yeah. This is Monsieur Jeffree Star. And look, dude, Cheeto Cheeto says, I'm going to take you down, Defango. I will hack you. Ooh, you're going to hack me, bro? You and what army? Would you think that you're the first person that's threatened me on the internet with hacking? What are you going to do, dude? Try to send me a little fucking thing on the internet so that I open it on my little computer? It would probably really piss you off to figure out that the Windows virtual machine that we're running this whole entire thing on isn't even the base form of my system. So you'd have to somehow get through my Cubes OS, and let's just be frank, you ain't that good, dog. You ain't even that good, dog. But if you gonna be talking some shit like that, bro, you know what we do with people like you? We get fucking rid of you. That's what we fucking do. We get fucking rid of you. But we're gonna report that too. We're gonna say report that, and we're gonna say hate speech, graphic violence, pornography, sexually explicit material, promotes terrorism. Yes, harassment and bullying. Yeah, report. Yes, and hide user from the channel. All right, no longer visible. All right, see you later, Cheeto Cheeto. It was nice to have you here, but now you threatening to hack me? That's taking it a road too far, my friend. So you have been hidden. And honestly, he's probably one of those folks like that's just really pissed off that our grift is so good. Like, I don't even have to try, and my show is 100 times better than half of the other content creators out there. I mean, those content creators have to steal from me. I mean, who's the first content creator that blatantly stole basically everything from me? I think his name is Mersh, actually. Him and Royce, two fat thick daddies that live in Florida. That one of them used to sleep on the other one's couch. Yeah, I still remember that. I mean, they could have the whole Nightwave show or whatever. I was going to give them the trademark for free so that I didn't have to be associated with those fucking goofballs. But I mean, as of late, seeing Mersh trying to like vie for supremacy in the group of all of these girls and then never getting anywhere has probably just been like the greatest thing that I've ever seen or whatever. And it's inspired me to start my own Griffcast. That's why we're grifting our fucking asses off now, because we got to be just like the big boys out there. If you're going to play the grift game, you got to get some fucking donations going. If you want to be a top griftee and you want to get highlighted on the show where we're making sure you and your money are being well used. Yeah, that's right, well used. But at the same time, you can also donate to us via Cash App at Griffcast. That's right, Griffcast. That's what our name is on Cash App. You wish you could fucking be that funny, but you can't. But unfortunately, if you want to donate to us through PayPal, you're going to have to just send it through to Defango, just because PayPal doesn't actually let you change the name of your account for obvious reasons. So it's whatever, dude. It's whatever, dude. Now back to the story. Wait, I think it's that one that I want to fucking pull this one down. So I think that we're really just having a great time with this particular situation. We've already made like some great donations. We have a member for 43 months. So far, I think we're doing pretty fucking good, my friends. We're doing pretty good. And we haven't even made it through the article yet. We haven't made it for the article. And of course, your donations are for Lunchy's self-care trip. Don't misuse her funds. And yeah, sure, I'm going to use them for Lunchy's self-care trip. I'm going to get me a cheeseburger, and then she's going to get a cheeseburger. Because we obviously use your donations to pay our bills and shit. And if that wasn't clear to you, well, I hope it's fucking clear now, because what else will we use it for? What else? Anyways. Interviewed on the Tim Pool podcast, Eliza said that she could not offer details about her alleged abusers because of unspecified legal issues. Then she asked why it would be a problem if she was making her story up. Let's say hypothetically it is made up, Blue said. What's my biggest win in public so far? Getting Twitter to address child sexual abuse material and make it a top priority? Oh, yeah. So hypothetically, Eliza, if you made up your story about being a trafficking survivor, fine. What's your biggest win? Oh, yeah, you got Twitter to address child sexual abuse material, except for, wrong, you didn't. Actually, that was Gabe fucking Hossman, and the 13-year-old boy that you're advocating for, that was fucking Layla Milkaway. Like, you didn't do shit. You didn't do shit other than tweet about it. You did the same level of work that I did. So we're the fucking same. Hi, I fucking hate these people. Yeah, I hate these fucking people. I just hate it. It's so stupid sometimes when you really put it out there. But literally nobody in the zone even talked about that shit automatically, dude. Automatically. And dude, we got chargebacks incoming, fat boy. Is it dialysis merch? Dialysis merch. I know who that guy is. Hold on, we gotta troll some piece of shit on Twitter real quick. Hold up. Wait a minute. Take a second. I got him. I got this fool. Hold up. Beep, 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 beep. Where you at, dialysis merch? Where you at, dialysis merch? Oh, I see you. See, Mersh's crew of cocksuckers, like this guy right here. This is a dialysis merch. And I'm just gonna go like here and be like, LOL, charge, backs, classic, Mersh fan, LOL. Yeah, so if you guys would like to go follow that guy or whatever, we have him. You just got to go to Peacock Merch. Go ahead and drop him a follow or whatever. He's one of Merch's dipshit troll guys, troll boys or whatever. Seems to love, the cock. We're just gonna go ahead and remove him as a follower. Is obviously he's a cock smoker. So yeah. Anyways, these guys think that they're good at this shit or whatever, and be like, yo, your daddy Mersh stole his whole entire jive from me and then tried to destroy me for it. And then I made a thread on Eliza Blue, and then he's trying to say that he was talking about her longer than me or some shit like that. Literally, nobody fucking cares, dude. Nobody cares who's the first person to talk about that shit. Everybody cares that it's finally actually getting dealt with. But it's so insidious and shitty for you to send your people out to everyone else's channels trying to fucking clout goblin your way to the fucking top. It's disgusting, bro. It's a disgusting thing that you actually have a Discord full of people that you send around to Jeremy from the Quartering, Fair and Balance, fucking Chrissy Mayer and everything, just so that you and Royce can clout chase your way to the top. It's so fucking stupid. But, whatever, dog. Whatever, dog. Make sure you guys go follow Peacock Merch on Twitter. He's a funny guy. He's just like another one of them. They're going to hack me. They're going to take me down. They're going to charge me back. And, you know, I just want people to know exactly the folks that we're dealing with and how fucking dumb they are. They're pretty fucking dumb. Aren't they? Yeah, actually, real fucking dumb. Real fucking dumb. Yep. Been dealing with that kind of shit since what, 2017? At least. Maybe even before that shit. It's kind of fucking hilarious, dog. Yeah. The gays refuse to claim that. The gays or the guys, Christina? The gays or the guys? Because that's two extremely different meanings. If you meant to say gays, I'm just kind of like, what are you even talking about? If you meant to say guys, okay, so yeah, that it is actually gays. So I don't really understand what you're talking about. I don't. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all, actually. So fine. Blue said that her trafficking spanned for decades in at least 2 different periods. I'm not asking an abuser for money. I'm not asking people for money, she adds, even though she does actually have a locals where now it's one of the only ways that you can talk to her. And you had to pay $5 in order to do that. And oh my God, we got another fucking grifter. We got another griftee coming up over here, right here. We got another griftee, another griftee, another griftee, another griftee. A $5 super chat from Wiley Sow with CHF, and he says, "Take this, you grifter, buy coconut water." I had fun listening to your stream with Gene while at work, and we just got to say thank you to Wiley Sow for your generous donation to the Griftcast IRL podcast. This is how we pay the bills. We definitely would take your money and spend it on treats and shit for Miss Lunchy. Appreciate your generosity, my dudes. Appreciate that generosity. Yes, I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it as well. And now I feel like a real YouTuber because people are throwing at money and money at me, and I'm literally doing fucking nothing. Right? This is what I'm reading an article. Reading a fucking article. Woo! This is why we call it the Griffcast. Oh, right. I did call him a pole smoker, didn't I? Well, I mean, technically we could see that he's got his name as dialysis merch, so he's obviously smoking some merch pole, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So let's see. Blue was first groomed by prominent photographers she met at the Warped Tour in Chicago when she was 16. Years later, she said she was still a teenager in the late 1990s. Blue's father drove her to Los Angeles because Blue was convinced that the unnamed high-profile musician she had met through that photographer would make her a star. Okay. Instead, she was sexually assaulted within 48 hours arriving in the city, according to a 2020 podcast interview. Her traffickers quickly hooked her up on a drug she knew as ice, generally recognized as the slang for crystal meth, or meth. And though Eliza Blue, you guys know what meth is. I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys has seen fucking Breaking Bad at this point. Yeah, bitch! Science! You know? Just throwing that out there. Blue claims that she was sold for $500 to a sex trafficking ring in the Hollywood Hills, where she found herself living with members of the ring that traffic transgender women. I was sold for $500 to a very old gentleman in the hills, Blue said. You think she was like done that? Do you think that's actually fucking real? It doesn't actually kind of seem real, but I guess it could possibly be fucking real. But who really knows? I mean, I don't really know, actually. It just seems kind of fucking strange, if you ask me. Blue claims that she struggled to get enough food and water because I was on the drugs and other substances, but Blue had a handful for her traffickers, telling her that they ultimately gave her back to her original trafficker for free. Blue claims she was hospitalized for a drug overdose, but returning to her family in Illinois. My family didn't even recognize me when I got off the plane, said Blue. 2 weeks after 2 weeks on the farm, she returned to Los Angeles to retrieve her car. Blue claims, but then she was once again swept into human trafficking for an undefined period with no information to prove, no names to give, and nothing. Yes, it's odd what happens to the trauma brain, Blue says in the 2020 podcast, to explain why she returned to her traffickers and comparing it to Stockholm Syndrome. Very, very, very strange. Very, very strange. Yakana B says, sold to a gentleman. That is what she calls her trafficker. Interesting choice of words. Yes, an interesting choice of words indeed. You would think that her going back to her trafficker would have been viewed in a different way, but for her, it was just not a big deal, apparently. During Blue's second trafficking period in her account, it began roughly in 2008 or 2009 when she was living in the Chicago area. At the same time, in 2020 podcast interview, Blue claimed that she was trafficked by a high-profile athlete whom she declined to name. That man and his associates, according to Blue, put her in a dangerous neighborhood, and she said she has existed on what is called the gang line, a violent border between where two Chicago gang territories meet. Oh, damn, dude. She lived in the ghetto. I don't know if I really fucking believe that, because I definitely remember looking at all of the locations where she actually lived or whatever that are listed on her, background report, the same kind of back report you could do on me or whatever. And none of that looked like it was near any type of gang area. I mean, maybe she was listing the wrong address or whatever, but it just didn't seem like it was like that. And look, we got somebody new in here. Art V, did that Tim Pool guy make the subject of the last episode because of this Twitter situation that he seems to be ignoring? And I would actually have to say yes. Yes, he did. It seemed like he wanted to make an episode where people thought he was going to cover what was going on Twitter, but then they totally moved around the subject and didn't broach it in any way, shape, or form. Very, very funny how Griffcast should take some notes on those ones. Because, unless we start rolling in on the super chats and stuff, then I don't even know how we're going to be able to move forward on this one. So, my mattress was on the floor because we had so many shootings in the area. I just didn't want to get shot. And Blue attempted to leave her traffickers in 2013, and her account ultimately succeeded for good in about 2014. Blue has repeatedly suggested that her former traffickers from Chicago might still be out to get revenge on her and her family members. Oh, really? Damn, that sounds like some real deep gang war type shit, dog. I'm sure Shane Cashman's going to get all of the details that are going to be wildly better than what we're reading here on the Daily Beast. Yeah, probably fucking not. Probably fucking not. And Russell Dufresne, you're totally right. Tim's chat was funny last night because everybody was mentioning Eliza. People were, again, super chatting their fucking ball sacks off about Eliza, and yet they still refused to talk about it, even though they were talking about Twitter censorship. But Tim Pool's idea of talking about Twitter censorship is, why is everybody locking their accounts? What's going on? I don't even know. Even though everybody knows that people are actually locking down their accounts because of the fucking Eliza situation. Like, so stupid. And what's up, baby fist? Douche. She slept on the floor, but by choice. She was into floor pillows at the time. A former roommate of Eliza Blue. Yes, when I stepped away from the gang, my traffickers lost money, Blue said in 2020, and they want that money back. Yeah, she was definitely a high dollar hoe, and them getting rid of that thick white girl was definitely losing them some fucking money. Yeah. Asked in a 2021 interview why she had pressed charges against the unnamed athlete and her other traffickers, Blue, appearing on the podcast with more than 100,000 YouTube subscribers, said that the men can still track her down and murder her. Yes, I am afraid for my life because they're going to track me down and murder me. Yeah, but if you name them, then no, that you wouldn't have to worry about that because then they would know exactly who murdered you or whatever. And then, we could take that guy down and then get him arrested, and then you wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. But then again, logic has never been something that people have really been clear about, has it? Yeah, I am terrified they would kill myself or my family or people that I care about. That's how organized they are. Last month, Blue tweeted that her family knows every detail of her story and stands behind her, and blasted corporate media for asking questions about her past, declaring that if anyone steps on my family's property or my property, let it be extremely clear they are all armed. Oh, really? That sounds pretty interesting. That doesn't sound like an individual that doesn't want to, or that sounds like an individual totally transparent enough to talk about their past, future history, or whatever. Yeah, okay, cool, bro. Isn't that a great picture? You got Eliza, fucking Andrew Tate, and then our boy Tim Pool. See, look, I'm even better looking than Tim Pool. That's the thing, is like, I have a bigger dick than Tim Pool. I'm stronger than Tim Pool. I mean, about the only thing that he's better than me at is being a skater and a grifter. And I mean, he ain't gonna be a better grifter for very much longer. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, Wenzel, one-time friend. Oh shit, we just got somebody. Rich Reebok is now a subscriber to GriftCast IRL on the YouTube. Thank you very much for becoming a subscriber. Thank you very much for becoming a subscriber. Rich Reebok, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Now send us money or else we're going to traffic you. Or else we're going to add you our human trafficking ring and traffic you. Yeah. So thank you very much for that generous donation that you, thank you for that subscription. It's just a subscription, guys. So we don't have to give them the old 1-2 or anything like that over that shit. We just got to say thanks. Yeah. Thanks. We love money though. Send more money. Anyways, what does this say? Wenzel's one-time friend of Blue says that she has known an anti-trafficking activist for more than 2 decades and doesn't think Blue's account is accurate. Wenzel told the Daily Beast that she met Blue in the Quad Cities where both women were partying with musicians. Wenzel was 18 and Blue was in her early 20s, the Daily Beast verified. Wenzel is saying that she and Blue were both deeply involved in the scene subculture of the early aughts and a time of tight jeans, swooping haircuts, and high drama sites like MySpace and LiveJournal, Wenzel was trying to hook up with a member of one of her favorite bands on a tour bus in Iowa City when Blue stepped on board. The two young women realized they had mutual friends and shared an interest in music and men who made it. She said that she was going to be very famous for sleeping with band members, says Wenzel. Oh, shit. That is fucking... Is that one of the members of the world's most hated crew? Oh, no. Fucking Daily Beast. I gotta give it to you right now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. Yeah. Wenzel takes issue with Blue's timeline of her first trafficking experience. She claims that she, too, was at the Warped Tour concert where Blue met the photographer she claims groomed her. But while Blue said she wasn't even 18 when she met the photographer, Wenzel insists that Blue was in her early 20s, putting the concert date somewhere in the early 2004s. Yeah, motherfucker! Booyah! Oh, shit! Fucking hey, who's vindicated again? This fucking guy! I told you. I fucking told you. I told you. It was in the early 2004s, specifically 2004 and 2005 when they went to go see My Chemical Romance. The I'm 15 or 17 at the Warped Tour story is fucking bullshit. Or it's like ba 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 ba. She coming out when she rolled a tire. Wait, sorry. It's not time for that yet, my bad. It ain't time for that yet, my bad. But it would have been funny. If I would have just ripped my shirt off right there, that would have been awesome. But I like this shirt. I'm not ripping this shit. It says I'm a hunter on it. It says I'm a hunter. Sorry, that was a big play. I can see why somebody might want to lock their fucking Twitter account, and I can see how Tim Pool and all the rest of those motherfuckers are probably going to have a lot of trouble with their little article, which is why I think that it's kind of funny that this is even happening in the first place. Yeah, dude. Sorry, I can't let the Hulk out. If I let the Hulk out, people get hurt or whatever. I'm only allowed to turn into a 55-foot tall rage monster if it's happening. If I start turning into a 55-foot tall angel or robot or something like that, God's gonna be all like, "The fuck are you doing? You're not supposed to do that. That's against the rules. What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, sorry, boss." Yeah. So I think there's a lot more to this story here, but I mean, honestly, it's just very, very thing. And this is coming from Carly Wenzel, somebody that knew Eliza Blue back then, lived with Eliza Blue back then, was like her fucking roommate, and knows that basically everything about her original story is completely fucking fabricated and false. She might have gotten sex trafficked later on in life. Nobody's denying that shit. It's very clear that there's obviously some form of trafficking going on, but the original story, as was told by me, as I very, very famously put out there, is exactly right. And it's even funnier now that, you know, I'm not seeing very many folks that were on the team at the very beginning coming in here to drop into the Griffcast to take a little question or say something. Just let that be known, you know. No quarter rings have ever come in my way. You know, no big boys and shit. The biggest one that we got is Mr. Tug, and I got a lot of respect for that guy because I didn't even know who he was outside of he makes lots of videos about the Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing. And, you know, it's just funny how to see how all that shit shakes out. Vindication. Wow. Vindication at the highest fucking level. Some other person that knew her back then that actually knows. See, I just heard the story from her, right? But this bitch was actually there. So, yeah. And Miss Peoples, you're 100% right. Being a prostitute is definitely not being trafficked. Being trafficked is definitely not consensual. Yeah. But being a prostitute, that usually is a consensual type thing because you can't say no. And then, oh no, my fucking pimp is going to kill me. Well, you could have said no the 1,000 times before you had a pimp, you know? That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it works. If you didn't know, well, now you know, dog. Yeah. So if we think about where we're going with this shit, it just doesn't mean that she has it. So Eliza Blue moved to Los Angeles, but Wenzel doesn't remember hearing about her old friend being trafficked. Instead, she said Blue unsuccessfully tried to convince Wenzel to move in with her in California. She did not recall Blue calling home from their constantly tales of being addicted to ice or living with a trafficked group of transgenders in the Hollywood Hills. Wenzel said she keeps seeing these stories out of LA and believes that it absolutely didn't happen. By 2005, Blue was back in Illinois and had earned her cosmetology license. Blue began touring as a traveling stylist for a musician, where she received her first taste of internet controversy. Yep. Blue, who worked for mega popular band My Chemical Romance as a stylist by going by the hair-inspired name Eliza Cuts. Online, Blue's job brought her into the group of My Chemical Romance's entourage members, dubbed the world's most hated crew. The clique also included YouTube star and makeup mogul Jeffree Star, who would later be accused of paying out hush money to sexual assault accusers. Yeah, I knew the world's most hated crew. I hung out with the world's most hated crew. I knew about all this shit. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Defango. Yeah. Yeah. Defango. Yeah. If you look at this thing, if you look into this thing, it's just crazy, dude. Yeah. It's just crazy, dude. Crazy. Yeah. It's crazy, actually. Crazy. Blue being closely monitored by the band's fans on the sites like LiveJournal, particularly after she entered a brief engagement with My Chemical Romance heartthrob lead singer Jared Way. Blue stirred up some controversy of her own with diehard supporters of the band in a mini online scandal that featured Blue calling the star an N-word and allegedly authoring thinly veiled fictional accounts of her failed relationship with Way. Oh, God. Daily Beast, man, you guys are really bringing it home. I know you guys fucking hate me or whatever, and you called me a notorious internet provocateur, but you guys are fucking, I'm fucking proud of you. I'm so fucking proud of you guys right now. I am fucking proud of the Daily Beast right now because they're just doing a bang up job with this shit right now. This is a bang up job. I don't think that we could have gotten this any better than we've already seen it. So, like, honestly, I just have to be super happy about that shit, like, seriously. And honestly, if you want to get energy levels on this location, our good friend Christina out here remind me that it's time to do a coffee grift break. So, you know, if you guys want to make sure that you're supporting the channel and supporting all of the great things that we do here, please make sure to check out our sponsor, Coffee Brand Coffee. Oh my God, we just got another subscriber though. Testudo! Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing to GriftCast IRL. We love money here and we accept money in all kinds of forms or whatever. So please send us some for all of the hard work that we're doing creating counterculture. And if you don't have money and you want to instead get some motherfucking coffee or something like that, well, you can go to coffeebrandcoffee.com and you can use promo code Griffcast to save yourself some money on some of the amazing coffees and teas and smoothies and chocolate bars and like roasters choices and K-cups. We got everything that you could possibly want, coffee related, and even fucking tea or cocoa. What, you don't like coffee? You like chocolate? We got you. You like tea? We got you. You got one of them K-cup machines? We got you. We got all of it. No gimmicks. Allegedly fair trade. It's the kind of stuff that you definitely want to be getting in there. And make sure, like I said, use promo code Griffcast to save yourself a little tiny bit of money. That's right. And remember, I also posted the link for you guys in the chat so that you could go click on that and go buy yourself some fantastic Coffee Brand coffee that's American owned and run by YouTubers or whatever, so that we can all make money equally together. And then, you know, buying some coffee helps support the Griffcast because, you know, everybody knows I need money, so might as well get it. Promo code Griffcast. Thank you very much. That was our Coffee Brand Coffee sponsor, Grift Break. I appreciate anyone that decided to go out there and buy some coffee or whatever, because, you know, you're just helping me pay the bills at this point. You're helping me pay the bills at this point. We appreciate you. So thank you. And now back to our regularly scheduled program, since, you know, we're kind of in the middle of this shit. Yee, that's right. Get grifty, baby. I'm making that's going on a shirt. Get grifty, baby. We're going to get grifty in this bitch. We'll get grifty in here. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be doing the news. I forgot. Well, we're supposed to be doing the news and grifting on YouTube. But, you know, yesterday we had a pretty big space in the AM and it kind of went down a little bit or whatever. I guess it's because all of our friends aren't showing up anymore or something like that. Yeah. But that's okay, though. You know, we expected it to happen like this anyways. So that's cool. But that's all right. We're better than a sham wow anyway. And plus, we got shit that they couldn't even dream of, even though they don't realize that they could just ask me and I would show them how to do it. And I would do it for free. But not anymore. You want my help? $100. $200. $200. So let's get back into that. After leaving the rock circuit, Blue lived with a friend in Chicago from roughly 2009 to 2011. That's the period when Blue claims that she was sex trafficked again by an unnamed athlete in a violent-plagued neighborhood. But that's not how her former roommate, who asked the Daily Beast not to use her name out of fear of backlash from Blue's fans, remembers it. Instead, she lived in with the pair in a Wicker Park in a affluent, trendy Chicago neighborhood. The roommate said that Blue's parents were always supportive financially. She was not in a precarious situation, the roommate told the Daily Beast via text message. The roommate does remember Blue sleeping on the floor, although it was not because of the bullets. She slept on the floor by choice because she was into floor pillows at the time. She said that she told the Daily Beast she thought that Blue added it. Eventually, she bought a bed. Like the ex-roommate, Wenzel scoffs at the idea that Blue lived in a dangerous neighborhood. Wenzel, who was married with a child, said that she brought her toddler to visit Blue and her roommate at the apartment, and it was hardly the front line for a fucking gang war. It's just not true, said Wenzel. She lived in a really cute apartment, and they're the whitest girls you could ever meet. There was no gang activity. Around the time Blue resurfaced online as Eliza Seep in 2010, unsuccessfully auditioning for American Idol using the surname she picked up during a short-lived marriage, but she soon moved on to the new name and another position in the music industry. She would now become known as Eliza Knows, the sultry, self-proclaimed video vixen. Yes, self-proclaimed video vixen. Dude, this is fucking crazy. This is fucking crazy. Griffango is going off. Like, everything that I said is true, according to this. And they have fucking sources. It's not just dumb fucking fuck Manuel. How many times do I have to come out and tell people the truth, and then everybody verifies it till, like, the big boys finally come down there and give us a little smatter of respect? It's like, damn, dog. Really? Let's just say, did Jeremy actually have you do a promo? That would be hilarious, but still funnier if you did it and you're still promoting his coffee. No, Jeremy didn't ask me to do a promo. I'm doing that completely on my own thing, actually, because, like, he put all of his coffee brand coffee links on the thread that he did or whatever, and I was just like, this motherfucker. All right, whatever. So I figured, since now I'm Griffcast and I'm trying to be like Tim Pool and him and all the big boys, you know, like, I got to promote something. I got to have something to promote. And it just so happens that Coffee Brand Coffee was the fastest thing to sign up for an affiliate link for. And plus, honestly, I just think it's just fucking hilarious, because it's not like I'm not selling his coffee. I'm doing it. I'm just being funny about it. Like, buy the fucking shit or whatever. Like, I'm low-key trolling, but at the same time, I'm so meta trolling that you can't even be mad at it. Like, if you were mad at it, you're just having a bad day. Go to sleep, wake up, come back. Yeah, so yeah, Jeremy didn't actually have me do that promo. I'm just doing whatever I want to do. Half Hammer says, Farron has been looking for clout like crazy. Weird to see Triologic thinks she knows it all. Chrissy Mayer and Anna are the only tricks of the cool trick thing to be cool and honest. I mean, Farron seems to be doing a lot of work, and I mean, she's been going on show after show after show after show. So she's obviously got to be tired, and whatever happened with her was misrepresented by somebody that hates her. But I mean, I guess I could see how people would see that. Triologic, I did talk to her. She went through some kind of timeline. I'll be perfectly honest. She was kind of a bitch to me or whatever, but I don't think that she was trying to be a bitch. I think that I just took it as her being a bitch, because she was trying to, like, you know, she seemed like one of those individuals that was trying to cut me out of the situation pretty clearly, because she kept on coming to me, well, this person said this before you. And I was like, yeah, bitch, it's in my thread. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? I listed all of this stuff. I already did the timeline. Yeah, you used to be a fucking cop or whatever. Who gives a fuck? I worked with the cops apparently and did way better work and got more people arrested, and I'm not even a cop. So, like, get the fuck off of my balls. So, honestly, Logic and Farron, I don't put them in the same boat. I think Farron, Chrissy, and Anna are all really great at fighting for what they did. But the Triologic person, like, I just didn't like the way that she was coming at me about this whole thing. Like, she's trying to, I'm trying to get to the first person. And I'm like, well, bitch, you can't see what I was saying before. My fucking Twitter account from before got suspended, so all the tweets are gone. And I was like, but if it wasn't gone, you would see it. I'm only just doing it on the new account because I had to wait for it to build a little bit before I went ham. I was like, I guess you don't understand what I'm talking about. That's fine. But, like, get the fuck out of here, dog. Get the fuck out of here, dog. It's just kind of like a what the fuck situation, because you got to remember that, you know, it wasn't Anna saying that figured this out. It wasn't Chrissy Mayer that figured this out. It wasn't Farron that figured it out. It was me. And then all of them started looking into it because they were trying to check me and act like they were going to be able to catch me in a lie or something like that. But essentially, like, fucking steal over here, dude. Fucking steal. There's nothing that they could do. And it's phony baloney type shit. It's phony baloney type shit, because I don't care about the cloud or whatever. I'm doing this Griffcast specifically to make fun of Tim Pool and the way he does his thing. But at the same time, I'm so fucking hilarious and so committed to my gags that I will just do it for the next couple of months just cuz I'm that funny, or at least because I think I'm that funny. But I don't get me wrong. Farron, I've always liked you. Don't get me wrong. Her live complaining about her not giving enough credit felt strange, especially since she started Assault. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't do that live so that people that hated me could clip it and go share it out to people, but the people that hate me don't get I don't fucking care, right? Like, they know I don't care. Like, I want Jeremy to talk about me and at least mention the fact that I was suspended and the stuff, but like outside of that, like, do I deserve anything? No. Do I have any delusions of thinking I deserve anything for these people? No, absolutely not. Do I wish that, I was cooler and I could be part of the team or group and do all that good stuff? Yes, but am I? Fuck no. So it is what it is. And oh my God, bro, what is up, Gene? Bean Gene? Sir Gene? Hey. Welcome back. Welcome back. So we're just talking about our wins today.
Wins? What'd you win?
Well, technically we didn't win anything, but first things first is I set this up so we can do this type of shit now for the grift. Just a second, it's gonna pop up. Well, maybe it will. It was supposed to. Let me try this one. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so whenever somebody super chats my overlay pop-ups, I have to set it up with OBS, a virtual camera, so that it actually pops up.
Yep.
So it's like a second camera, so we could show that shit off. I was really proud of that, actually. That took a lot of work to figure that out. Yeah, but now we can really highlight the grift in a very big way, and then I can even like move these things around like pretty nicely, right? Pretty nicely. So it allows us to grift much harder. But really, the big win that I'm talking about today is motherfucking the Daily Beast, dog. The people, the people from the Daily Beast just totally destroyed Eliza Blue.
Yeah,
harder than I could have ever done it in my entire life. And I mean, remember, this is the guys that called me the notorious internet provocateur. They said that I was the bad guy, and now they're not only taking my research, but they're fact checking all of it the right way, getting fucking actual people in her life involved to confirm the story. And it's this, I haven't even gotten through this whole thing. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. This shit is fucking crazy.
Hammer asks, how deep do we think Shane Cashman's gonna go?
Dude,
I think I know your answer.
I think it's gonna be a 1. Yeah. I think that he's gonna get about 3 inches in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's about all he's got swinging.
I think it'll be a little better than that. I'm gonna say it'll be a 6.
You think it's gonna be a 6?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. They're gonna be doing a lot of backpedaling here because if they don't see it,
Cashman works for Tim, but he's still young. He's got a long way to go, and Tim is obviously a stepping stone for him. He can't afford to have a piece that's just purely done for his boss. He has to have something that people can't point at later and say, oh, you suck as a journalist. So I think it'll be less wishy-washy than Tim would prefer. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I think that could be possibly what we're going to be seeing with this particular situation. I am very surprised that this even shook out like that. Like, I was not expecting this in any way. But the fact that they actually have Wenzel in there and somebody else that lived with her that's going nameless, but everybody's probably going to find out who it is. And like, this shit's over for her, dude. Like, they have 2 different people that were literally living with her during the times she claims that she was in traffic, talking about it. It's literally all fucking over now. And it's funny because like I went and looked at her Twitter account, right? Or I'll pull it up for you since you were here earlier, but she protected them tweets, dog. Like it's all but official that, now she was basically, she's full on, and she's down to 26666K subscribers or followers now on Twitter. So like this thing is probably.
I think it's a good way to find bots because they don't unsubscribe.
That's true. Maybe. Well, let's go look at her social blade. Oh my god. Look at these numbers, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Live follower count negative 60, 2,000. Yeah, I think that people are finally aware. Minus 5,000.
It'll get
This
there.
whole thing is all over. This is over. Look at that monthly gain followers. She's actually finally broken below her.
Yeah.
She broke below the jump. So now it's definitely going to be going down farther. You know that shit.
All right.
Based on the way the hype curves work. What's your question?
How long do you think people are still going to be giving a shit about this?
At least until after the Shane Cashman article comes out, it's going to be probably still pretty popular. I mean, it seems like less people are starting to care about it, but it's all more or less because nobody's coming directly to me for any of the updates anymore. They're going to Chrissy, they're going to all these other people.
Right.
Who, I mean, I can't really say that they're going to get better information or more information than me.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever, dude. At this point, I don't even care. Vindication is sweet. Vindication is a sweet thing. Yeah. I just really am interested to see how far Shane's going to get suckered in. And I mean, obviously Shane is reading this right now and then looking at his own stuff and probably having some kind of, what would you call that? Like, what does he call it when it's like a life-changing moment, come to Jesus moment, something like that? There's a certain way of describing it, I think. Yeah, there's a certain way of describing how that is going to be going. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy. As I was reading through this, because I just got to this area, it says...
All right, you want to hear my my theory?
What's your theory?
About Eliza?
What?
So, here's my theory. From all the... And I'm not going to point to specific items here, because I don't remember. I mean... I've read way too much shit and seen too many videos in the last 2 weeks on this topic, so it's all jumbled. But here's what I think is a logical explanation for what happened. I think it's fair to say that this girl was always trying to be a groupie and get famous. Like, that's clearly a direction she's been going for a long time. And I think that, like often happens, she had regrets about some of the things she's done in the past. And she started seeing other people. I don't think she's the inventor of this. I think she started seeing other people, other women, especially during the Me Too movement, right? Start to view their past actions as not their fault. I was pressured into this. I was trafficked. I was whatever. This guy scammed me, and then he made me, live with him for 2 years. Like, things like that all of a sudden start coming out of the woodwork. And I think that she found a way to justify what she initially did, probably to piss off daddy when she was in her late teens, early 20s, like a lot of girls do. And we know a little bit about him, right? Conservative politician. What would be a better way to do that than being all into free sex and love and then charging money for that same sex and love as well?
To make money.
We know she got married fairly young in Europe and then got divorced promptly, probably because her parents gave her a bunch of money if she got divorced. Like, come home and end this and we'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. That's most likely the scenario. Anyway, this rolls up to when she first decided to start doing this helping survivors stuff. And I think at that point, when she first decided to come up with this good, benevolent, conservative, friendly cause, I don't think she was saying that she was a survivor yet. Because you don't have to be, right? People that haven't been trafficked often work in and help people that have been. And then she got a huge break from the Daily Wire. Because according to her, this is something she said, Daily Wire was, she had sent them along with a bunch of other places information about her cause, and that she'd just like to publicize her farm where she's going to be helping out people, women, presumably, that were trafficked. And they said
that doesn't have any type of documentation on it with the government or anyone.
Well, but she did end up being on the Daily Wire, right? So we know, and she did talk about sending out essentially information about what's going on. And apparently, the Daily Wire said, like, they jumped on it. This is great cause. In fact, we'd love to have you come out and speak about your experiences. They wanted to grift, right? They want to use her to make some bucks, to sell some gold. So good on them. And I think at that moment, Eliza had a choice to make. She could have said, "Oh, I'm just helping these women because I care." Or she could have said, "Yeah, I'll come on your show and talk about my experiences." And we know from history which choice Eliza made. And I think everything from that point forward has been her trying to keep this ball juggled, if that's a phrase, that she started
That's a
off.
phrase.
I think this most likely started off not premeditated. I think it was her not wanting to risk losing her chance to be on Daily Wire and be interviewed. And therefore, and she's already like reinvented herself 4 times by then. So she had a history of changing herself to what she thinks other people want. So this latest reinvention of herself wasn't simply a girl that has done a bunch of shit and regretted some of it and is wanting to help other lost girls. And instead, she took on the persona of an actual victim. And then really for the last few years, like, she's just been trying to avoid anybody asking any questions she didn't have answers to. And it's been working. And her popularity has been growing. And you saw the kind of bump she got when she was on Tim Pool.
Yeah, she got a huge bump when she was
Huge
on
bump.
Temple. She got a huge bump from Elon Musk when
Yep.
he was on her space or whatever.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the rest is history. And now it's basically her trying to kind of
And
cover up for
it's
her
a house of cards.
Yeah, her
But
house
I
of
don't
cards
think
is
it was
falling
a
down.
premeditated house. Like, I don't think she had decided one day sitting at a dinner table saying, "You know what? I'm going to come up with a story to do this." Now, I have no reason to think one way or
I
the
disagree.
other. I'm just looking at Occam's razor. What is the most likely circumstance that would put somebody into the position she's in?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is that the likely circumstance for me is that she reached out to the Amanda person at the Daily Wire. That person basically was like, "Is this your story?"
Yeah.
And then she was just kind of like, "Yeah, I want to say it's my story
Yeah.
because I wanted to actually be able to get out there." And then as soon as that happened, she got wrapped up with that Teslarati writer Joanna Krieger. And I think it's really Joanna and this Amanda person that kind of worked together with her to, kind of set whatever the story was. And then they basically formulated a team that said, "Hey, we're going to be the ones that are going to be fighting for you through thick and thin, no matter what," because they personally invested in her. She is their creation. So right now we're just watching them protect the creation, and that's why it's, I think, good that Daily Beast went all out on this stuff, because you know what, Eliza knew that people from her past were going to come forward, right? And part of the reason they did is because they probably saw somebody making something about this thread, and then they get hit up by somebody from at least the Daily Beast who may not be a household name, but they're quite big on the internet, and all of a sudden all this shit just kind of goes by the website, right? Like, it's really crazy here where they say she's very powerful, she's very smart and intelligent woman. I will not discredit her for that. Wenzel said she knows exactly what she's doing. So, like, she's smart. She knows what she's doing in this situation. She's got big people that were helping her. And now we can see that, those big people at Twitter, those people, well, not that smart, but she thought she was really smart, right? She thought that she was a highly intelligent individual. But when you come up against people that are either actually smarter than you, provably, there's going to be a big problem. right? Yeah. And I think that what we're looking here with her and the people that she's surrounded with is like, the way I look at it is like, she surrounded herself with like, she's probably like a plus 110 IQ person who surrounded herself with a bunch of like very think that they're super badass 115 IQ people, and then they put this together thinking that, you know what, this is going to get most of the folks out there. They just never had anybody that, you know, like actually has some understanding, a regional thought process on all this stuff, and they just didn't see that this would be too easy to unravel. And this is the plight of a journalist, right? This is what happens to a lot of these bloggers and shit like that. They call themselves journalists that think that hey, if we set up a couple of articles and create a little dream team, you know what, we got this shit on lock. But all it really takes is, you know, an actual journalistic outfit to go start talking to people, and your whole fucking story is blown, dude. Well, you know, your whole story is blown.
Talking to people, though, it's being able to not get involved. And this is one of the big problems I have with Tim's booker / head of news.
Cassandra.
The comments Cassandra, the comments she's been posting on Twitter is, you can't call yourself a journalist if you don't understand that you can't be part of the story.
Correct.
Because she is putting herself into the story. It's like, oh, these people will never be on. No, because they insulted, you know, her friend. Hey, by the way, guys, there's going to be beanies with Griftcast logos coming soon.
Yeah, we're going to be trying. We're going to be looking at having like a longer, thicker one, and then like a smaller or one.
Yeah, I usually change branded beanies are coming, so don't worry. You can spend some money on that soon.
Yeah, you can spend some money on that soon if you want. Speaking of spending money, I guess we should probably take this time now to actually get the Griftcast going, right?
Grift, yeah.
Yeah, we got to do the Grift. So, you know, obviously we've already had a few different donations from some badass motherfuckers out there. We had some people like Sidudo. We got Rich Reebok, and then somebody named Christian Lockley like 14 minutes ago. I don't even think I saw that, but we're just going to go ahead and pop that up there onto the screen anyway. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for becoming a sub. But, you know, for the actual folks that have been doing super chats, you know, first off, we did have Mr. Atlas Video Gaming over here putting down $5, and he's on the show. So
who's that guy?
He's on the show, and he sends in money. So, you know, put that in your pipe and smoke it out there,
that's
folks.
What you told me last night. Next time you're on, you better give me some money first.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Definitely said that. I mean, this isn't free.
No, hell no.
This shit's not free. It cost me $50 a month to have all this set up or whatever.
Money, I swear to God.
Yeah, well, we had Squiggles McJr. We also had Yakana B putting in some super chat time for us, which we really appreciate. And Mr. Wiley Sow, actually, Mr. Wiley Sow. So it says that our revenue is already over $20 for the show today, which is pretty fantastic. And honestly, we got to make sure that we throw it out. You know, we've been selling coffee brand coffee, guys. So if you're into drinking coffee and you want to have some of the best coffee that ever was, that ever will be, make sure you go check us out over at coffeebrandcoffee.com, where you can actually...
Russell said you better start the show. It's been an hour of ads.
What? What are you talking about? It hasn't been an hour of ads. This is the show, dude.
Yeah, no,
this is how the show goes. We were Griffcast.
There's a 10-minute grift every 15 minutes. It's pretty standard.
It's a 10-minute grift every 15 minutes. We got to sell coffee. Use promo code Griffcast to save 5% at checkout. If you click the link, you can get an extra 5%.
Sure you get the
by the way,
5-pound bag of coffee. That's the one you want.
Yeah, if you get the big one, you know, but get the 5-pound bag of coffee. That way, you don't have to make a bunch of orders and stuff. You'll be much happier, and you're going to help us keep the lights on
every month. Unless you opt out of it.
Which is great, right? Yeah. You know, you just need tons of coffee. Make sure you use coffee brand coffee
a month. I think everybody does.
I think I do.
Yeah.
I think I have before. Maybe. Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, that was a pretty good grift, dude. Pretty good grift. We got some decent conversion rates going on over here too, dude. 29%, dude. Yeah, 29%.
Then you got to remember, now you buy that coffee, right? So what do you got to have a way to drink it. So
you can also buy mugs.
Beanies coming up, guys. We're gonna have the mugs starting soon. Mug Club is a real thing, and it's just a matter of time till those puppies are available and shippable.
That's right. And then, most likely those ones will be made by my own hands.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I'll put the logo on them.
Or at least the boxes will be open before they get shipped out.
Yeah, we'll open the box, stick the label on, and then
By
put it
your
back
own
in the box
hands.
for you by my own hands.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll send it back to you, and you guys will love
Yeah.
it. You'll like it a lot.
Yeah,
Trust
and
me.
even if you don't plan on buying a mug, make sure you give some grift right now and to encourage the mugs to show up sooner, right? That's how that works. Because the mugs are going to come, but when they show up is completely dependent on how much money comes in before the mugs are ready. That's how the mug
That
club
makes
works,
sense.
you see.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That really does make sense. And you know what? Don't worry, your little pretty little head you kind of be. We're definitely going to be making these ads into some crazy ass commercials that are like 30 seconds long, but we ain't got there yet.
Yeah.
We ain't
Or
got
10
there yet.
minutes
First,
long,
we got to
whichever.
Yeah, we gotta fucking start grifting hard now, and then in the
Uh-huh.
future, we're just gonna keep grifting even harder. We're gonna take the grift to new levels that have not even been seen on the biggest channels, okay? And they're gonna be super jealous of our griftiness. They're just gonna be like, I had no idea that someone could grift this hard,
Yeah.
this well, and not be me.
Well,
I'm jealous.
Look, Jeremy's clearly pushing for Grifter of the Year 2023 hard. So it's going to be a challenge for us to get him out of the way and earn that title fair and square. But we're going to go for it.
I mean, I'm going to go for it really hard. I mean, I really want to get Grifter of the Year. I think I have a pretty good in so far because I grifted everybody with this Eliza Blue farce that I put forward. And, now all of a sudden we're seeing this. And, dude, we just got a subscription, dude, from Nunya Business. You see that? New subscriber to the channel. Nunya Business, welcome to Griffcast. Thanks for subscribing. You probably unsubscribed from the Merlin Defango channel and then resubscribed on this one because you didn't even realize. So appreciate you. Thank you for being a member, becoming a part, or sorry, thanks for becoming a subscriber. When you become a member, then we'll start actually bowing down to you and counting to whatever bullshit you start saying. So if you really, really, really want to support Griffcast, then you're definitely going to be clicking that member join button that you can see very clearly right there, and you're going to be throwing us a monthly little fee.
Yeah. Make sure
you're going to love it.
Thumbs up for the video, guys. It's the only way the Grift can expand.
Yeah, we need to expand the Grift as much as possible.
Promotions happening, and that happens when you click on that little plus thumbs up symbol right up top or on the bottom there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Upside down here for me.
Oh, good. Why is it all upside down for you?
I don't know, man. It's the way that these streaming services work. They flip everything.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't flip everything? You have your shit on mirror?
Well, I don't know.
There's an option for that.
I guess as long as you all can see me fine, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we can see you fine.
Okay.
You look
I don't need to see myself.
If you need to flip your camera, all you got to do is go to the little gear, hit the thing, and then hit mirror camera.
Yeah. No, look at that. That's your other side.
It'll change me.
Uh-huh.
No, it's the same side, just flipped.
Griftcast water and food bowls for lunchy followers. We're gonna have to
we could definitely get those.
We're gonna have to investigate.
That might be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, branded water bowls. Do we want metal ones, ceramic, plastic, like made of metal? Want them made out of wood?
The bath water bottles are back ordered, so unfortunately there's a delay on the bath water.
Yeah. I don't really have a bath, so I can't make it.
Yeah,
I can't really make it for you. I mean, I could spray the shower and then get a bottle, and then as the water's dripping off of my ball sack, I can catch it for you.
8-ounce water bottles. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I might have to just use the gallon jug for me.
Uh-huh.
We're pretty sizable over here. Pretty sizable.
Yeah.
Super sizable.
People are worried about not getting on the Griftcast Awards. I think it's going to happen. I have faith. I believe.
I think we're going to get into there. I think that
Lunchy
we're
bath
a
water. There's the angle right there.
Lunchy's bath water.
Yes,
we could do that.
Yes,
Lunchy, you want to share your bath water?
Yeah, that bath water.
Daddy, I don't even take that.
$10 an ounce.
Dude, We just got a member, bro. Do you see that shit? We got a fucking member. Mr. Wiley So just became a member of GriftCast IRL.
Very
What?
good.
Let's replay that one. I'm replaying that shit right there. There you go. Wiley So, new member. Now a monthly paid member of GriftCast IRL. These are the types of subscribers that we love the most because they become members. They extend themselves outside of becoming a simple subscriber and become members.
Get first chance at buying products. Remember,
yes, they do.
The best way to be a member is to spend more money
and pay for a membership.
What is that a picture of, by the way? I couldn't even tell.
Skateboard.
Oh, a skateboard. Oh, nice.
It's like a skateboard thing. It's part of my.
I'm a big skater myself, so.
Yeah, you look like a big skater. You look like you've skated once or twice.
Not a skater.
Yeah, you look pretty big for a skater. You look like you would get on the board, try to do a kickflip, and then you would land and your board would break in half.
Pretty much.
So let's say made that shit out of like some fucking solid ass oak. I don't see you being a fucking skateboard.
Stainless steel skateboard.
Like solid oak with stainless steel insert with like, I don't know, something like softer on the bottom so you can grind. Yeah, that'd probably be what you'd have to use. And I don't even know anything about skating. It's the only Tim Pool thing. That's the only thing Tim Pool is allegedly better than me at is skating.
Yeah, I mean he's like a pro.
Yeah, he's a pro skater. Me, I can't even ride the motherfucker.
Too, but you know, he's got a whole team of grifters working for him.
Oh yeah, well, you got to have a whole team of grifters if you're gonna be big, dude. So to get back to this Eliza Blue shit, well, this next little paragraph seems to actually be talking about that nonprofit Eve Angels that confirmed her story. And it even gets into the fact that that lady got sued by her family for making the whole fucking things up. Yeah, exactly. And still hasn't paid the $47,000 plus legal fees. And as of May 2022, appears court filings, the family is stalled in settlement talks with Donawad denying the defamation claims. Donawad did not respond to requests for comment. Angels did not respond to email, and 2 phone numbers attached to the charity were either not in service or went directly to a full email inbox. God, that's just damning.
I mean, if you're going to use somebody as like a verifier, validator of your grift, like at least pick somebody that has a good grift and doesn't get sued by their family.
Yeah, for like making up their entire grift. That would probably be like number one in the motion for all of this, because it seriously is. Yeah. So it's funny that you were mentioning it. Says Blue emerged as a public survivor advocate within a week of the pandemic, worrying in an April 2020 article that the conservative Daily Wire that the pandemic lockdowns would be worsening sex trafficking. Within 2 years, she would amass a large profile through Twitter and right-wing podcasts, culminating in her alliance with Elizon Musk. Elizon?
Elon.
No, it's Elizon.
Okay.
Elizon Musk.
Huh.
Because they're like together and shit.
I see.
Well, that's that article that you were actually talking about earlier today. If I click on that, that's the Daily Wire where she was talking with Amanda Prestigilac. How do you say that? Do you know how to say that?
You gotta zoom here. Let me zoom the screen up a little bit because it's too small.
Here we go. I got it.
I'm an old man here.
There you go, old man.
Prestigiacomo.
Is that how you fucking say that?
It's Italian.
Okay, this makes sense. This chick's probably Italian. Italian chicks are babes, usually.
Italian chicks are crazy as fuck.
Well, I mean, look at who she's surrounding herself with. Yeah, Elizon Blusk. So, okay, that's cool. So maybe that Amanda Presto article, Amanda Jean, is actually that writer. And now we're finally getting into the cadre of individuals that collectively came together to basically push forward. Because it's not the podcasters, I think, that deserve the shade on this one. It's the people that initially brought her to the forefront. And it's very clear that before April of 2020, there was nothing. Then the Daily Wire comes out with this. And now that's where we're sitting. And not to mention, that's the same Daily Wire that Mr. Crowder was having all of that beef with over the $50 million that they wanted to pay him or whatever for basically doing nothing and everything at the same time. Yeah. Kind of weird, right? In December, Blue that Musk campaign against Twitter's former head of trust and safety, Yo Roth, who seemingly angered the billionaire after resigning in November, linking a 2010 tweet by Roth that read, "Can high school students ever meaningfully consent to sex with their teachers?"
Yeah.
Which is funny because he was the guy that wrote his
answer was
piece.
yes, by the way.
Yeah, his answer was yes, and he's also the guy that got his PhD writing about pedos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess the reason that we thought about this, because it would be the only legal way for him to look at the things that he would like to look at.
Yeah. Now, allegedly, he is a cis straight guy. Allegedly. But boy,
Allegedly.
He's still got some creepy vibes, man.
He has the fucking creepiest vibes that I've probably ever seen at anybody. And then you look at how Twitter wasn't taking care of all that CP and the child exploitation material, and it all but confirms to you what you probably should have already known.
I mean, somebody had to go in and look at all that stuff to verify it, so it must have been Mr. Roth, huh?
Yeah, it kind of makes very clear sense. And then Bud Satani, yes, I did watch the Timcast IRL appearance with Steven Crowder or whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Squiggles McJr. I did see that, and I disagree with the fact that the Daily Wire was trying to fuck Crowder. Anybody that sees it like that is just completely uneducated to how contracts work. And yeah, they weren't trying to fuck Crowder at all. They were just saying, we're going to pay you less money if you get your fucking channel suspended. And it would have been your fault of getting your channel suspended. So yes, we're going to pay you less money because we're paying you X amount of dollars because you have all of your channels and you're able to make content on them. If you lose one of your channels because fucking YouTube cancels you because you did some stupid shit, that's your fault. You're going to lose money over that. Why is Daily Wire supposed to incur the cost on paying you for you not doing work? I mean, it's just the entire fucking situation is stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Stupid. Yeah,
honestly,
the fact,
I think it's fair to say most people have never had to negotiate a contract. And so the reaction that Steven Crowder was getting from supporters is exactly what he knew he would get, which is people that had never been through that process. And it seems that, oh my God, they're trying to screw him over. This is literally why actors and sports people have agents, because the agent does this shit all day long. He looks at contracts, he negotiates good deals for everybody that he's working for. And that's exactly what was happening in this case. The agent, we know this because Steven's buddy, that was now his CEO, admitted this on Tim Pool when they were there, that the agent did talk to the Daily Wire and did ask for $120 million. So it is about the money, and it's disingenuous for Crowder to keep saying, it's not about the money. It's not about me. It's like, bullshit, dude. It's not about you because they didn't take your offer. It's not about you because they said you're not worth 120 mil. Here's the offer we're willing to do. And instead of what normally happens is you go through that term sheet, and you say, this is bullshit. Never going to agree to that. Well, that part's okay. And you go through it and you send back something that's the opposite direction ridiculous. You redline a bunch of stuff and you say, okay, well, I could do this, but here's the conditions. I only want to work 120 days instead of 180 days. And I want to be paid 75 million instead of 50 million over those years. And then if you iron these things out, you end up somewhere in the middle and you end up having a relationship. Everybody's happy. He went way high at 120 mil and then said, if it's not 120, it's not worth talking to you. Your contract is so bad, I want you to throw it out. Now, is that a rational response, or is that a response of somebody who's emotional, who got a reality check, which is, dude, no one's going to fucking pay you 120 million. You're not worth it. You're not a Joe Rogan type. Joe Rogan has mass appeal. Whatever you may think of Joe Rogan, the guests that he brings on are everybody. They're politicians, they're liberal, they're conservative, they're doctors, they're athletes, they're comedians, they're MMA stars. Everybody goes on Rogan. But this is not what Crowder's market is. Crowder is a ex-comedian turned political commentator, and he talks about it himself. It happened sort of organically because he was getting booked more as a commentator than he was as a comedian. Fine, there's nothing wrong with that. People like to listen to him. I think he's hilarious when it comes to doing stunts. Like every time I've seen him on location somewhere, I think he's great. I can't watch his show daily because it's a repeat. It's like the same shit with him talking to his 5-6 people in the studio, kind of a la Howard Stern, that all chime in, ha ha ha, yeah, boss, you're so good,
Yeah,
boss. That's totally great, boss.
You're funny, dude.
Dude, more power to him. I hope he makes a lot of money, but dude, he's not worth 120 million.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that point at all. I've never thought he was worth that much. I mean, the funniest thing about that whole Tim Pool interview is when he found out that Tim Pool got asked for way more money and declined.
Was great. The camera was on him, on Crowder, and he asked, so like, oh, well, what'd they offer you, Tim? Thinking that Tim would say like, oh, 10 million. And Tim's like, yeah, well, actually my offer is better. No, it's quite a bit better than yours. And Tim Pool didn't take it, but he also didn't come out scathingly writing a letter or talking about it on Timcast that, oh, these guys didn't give me nearly what I'm worth. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, Tim Pool is so much bigger than you, and you were asking for more money than they were offering to Tim Pool. So at the end of the day, like the whole Crowder situation is just funny, but it's funny that they were talking about this when the scandal that they were sitting with in the studio just days prior is so much bigger, because this chick put herself in front of the Andrew Tate thing and all this other stuff, and now her entire story was called into question by an internet nobody, notorious provocateur, and now it's completely busted. Like, there's no way that she's gonna come back from this. I think like Timcast and fucking Shane Cashin can do whatever the fuck they want. They're not going to be doing anything that's resembling what real journalism is. It's going to be a fluff piece.
Let's see what happens. I'm not going to call it until I read the article.
Well, you could not call it till you read the article, but my prediction is as it stands.
Yeah. You think it's a 1? I think it'll be a 6.
I think, well, I'm going to say 2. It's going to be, going to be a 10 fluff piece, 2 journalism.
So 20% journalism, 80% fluff piece.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Because again, I think from a practical standpoint, Cashman can't afford for his career to have this purely be a fluff piece. It will not be well for him when he moves on off Timcast.
Of course, but he's going to have to really think about that one. If he's got to have to think to himself, was getting my 3 inches into that poon enough?
She's
that's
like
what I think.
10 years older than he is.
But that's the thing is,
Oh man.
I don't know. I guess that should mean that we should post a question to the chat, because we're supposed to do a poll.
Let's do a poll, and then it's time for more.
What's the poll question? Gotta make it up.
Okay, yeah. The poll question is: do you think that we got to give them just a few choices? I don't want to have 10 choices for them, but we want to see where everybody else thinks Cashman's going to be. So do you think he'll be at 5 or higher on a scale of 10 for pure journalism, or will he be below 5 on a scale of 1 to 10? So anything under 5 is more grift. Anything over 5 is more journalism. Because you're saying a 2, I'm saying a 6 out of 10. 10 being like perfect journalistic style story, 1 being like purely a fluff piece with no facts. People are voting already. You don't have to create a poll. They're just typing their numbers in. That's great. So 1, less than 5.
I'm doing the
3,
poll anyway.
2.
I'm doing the fucking poll anyway.
Well, okay, good. I'm trying to save you from doing work, but okay. 1.
It's funnier. We have to do the poll because we want people to interact with it.
Okay. Yes.
So make sure type it in the chat, but also vote on the poll just because we need your vote.
Hmm.
So there's Russell Dufresne with the one.
It's a different last name, so I don't think there's any relation there.
XTZ, is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did I spell it wrong? I don't know. Fuck, my bad.
No, not on
No,
there. I'm talking about
Less than 5?
Somebody typed in here. If Cashman is related to Bankman.
No, they're not.
I mean, I get the joke, right? One is cash, the other one's
joke.
bank. I get it. I
That
get
is
it.
funny
But,
joke.
you know, I don't think there's relations there.
Yeah. Oh, I see it right there.
That Joker's a 5. That's the highest so far is a 5.
Yeah, the highest I've seen is a 5. But obviously the Joker is going to be in the middle because he's chaotic neutral.
Oh, okay. There we go. That's funny. That's why I am.
He's nice and safe on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, there's no barbed wire or even like razor wire on our fences. It's just one good old fashioned chain link with bolt pipes and fucking spinities or whatever you call them things.
Yeah. And
there's no zero because zero doesn't exist. You can't.
Means stop talking about this bullshit and do some more products and service grifting.
Yeah, make sure.
Which we're about to do.
Because we got to do that. We are about to do that. So, don't push me. Don't push me. I like money. I like money. I like being a grifter. No.
Yeah.
You have the options that are there. Just choose from the options. Stop inventing new options. Okay.
Yeah. -5.
You guys always do that. You're always trying to manipulate the reality that we already set up for you. But look at that. We got a new freaking subscriber. Tesh Hayani. Is that, you think that's right? Haye?
Yeah.
So yeah, welcome Tesh Haye to being a subscriber to the Griffcast. We appreciate you considering us for that, notification, but we also will definitely try to push you to becoming a member and giving us some money. Yeah, that's the start. Now, start throwing in some super chat.
Of being on the internet, so
this is a participatory style stream or whatever. You throw us money, we interact with you, and it's a great experience. All right. It's all right, and we're trying to show the big boys how it's supposed to be done.
Griffcast,
all right,
is the most transparent of all Griffcasts.
Yes, we are the transparent of all grifts that you've ever seen online. We are going to be the #1 grift, best grift. We're taking all of the big boys' techniques, we're putting it into one freaking show, and then we're taking it to the next level. So send us money. Send us your super chats. We're creating the counterculture here.
Take it to the
and
next
trust
level,
me, you want big stories like the Eliza Blue stories? We'll make them happen. We'll make them happen
as fast as we can.
We'll fucking make them up if we have to, but we'll make them happen. But technically, so far, we haven't had to make anything up. We've just had to fucking tell the truth
when it's actually happening.
Yeah, it helps when it's actually fucking 100% real and accurate, and people will look at you like, nah, you guys are a bunch of trolls. But in reality, no, we're actually like an intelligence agency over here.
You know what the difference between a troll and a grifter is?
Yeah. No, what?
Yeah, a grifter has a bank account.
Oh, that's right. Grifter has a bank account, takes money. And speaking about bank account, I guess it's time to actually get together and start rolling on the grift, isn't it?
Man.
Yeah, this is the Griffcast. This is the Griffcast. So what's our first grift going to actually have to be? Oh, yeah, that's right. We have our very favorable, the best coffee in the world. You guys should definitely check it out, but we call it brand coffee. I don't know if you guys have ever checked this shit out, but it is literally no gimmicks, nothing but the finest coffee that you could possibly buy. And honestly, if you want to support the Griffcast and you drink coffee, right? Yeah, I bet you drink coffee. You can literally follow along on this link right here, and you can go buy yourself some coffee and use the promo code Griffcast. That's right, Griffcast, because we're deep.
Super chat.
Yeah, and somebody just super chatted as well. I just see that pop up. So we're going to flip over to the super chat. We just got one coming in from Doc Matrix for the $5 Great British Pounds. Please spend this on an elaborate super chat enabled 24/7 lunchy live feed treat feeder. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that's not dollars.
I'd have to find some fucking treats for it.
Which
that's
these
pounds,
days
dude.
Are worth about as much as dollars. They used to be worth a lot more.
Yeah, they used to be a lot worth a lot more, but I will still take that funny
Mhm.
British money. And there you go, Doc Matrix coming in. See, we definitely like to show people that we appreciate our grifties out
Yeah.
there here at Griffcast. You know, we want to make sure that everyone knows that this show is 120% about making money, and it's
Yeah.
not without your donations
If you
that
see a
this could
product
possibly
or
happen.
service on here, just know that we're making money off of it.
Yeah, just
I'm not
know
gonna
that we're
talk about
making money
anything
off of
that
it.
we're not making money off of. Of
Yeah,
course,
like
now I
this
lose money
Eliza
on
Blue
those things.
situation, I'm making money off of
Yeah,
it.
I'm
And
losing
if you
money.
don't
You're
believe
making
me,
money. It all works out.
yeah. He loses money, I make money, you make money, you get great products, we have a great time. This is it. And make sure to use that promo code Griffcast right there, like CV says. If you need hot cocos, teas, or coffee or whatever,
Mhm.
coffee brand tea, pretty dope though, I hear, or whatever. I mean, don't expect me to start, doing
Using it or
taste
something. Yeah.
using it or anything like that. I mean, I might, but if I go that deep into it, you guys are going to get some of the funniest commercials you've ever seen in your life. But it's not going to be without your support. So you definitely got to go buy that coffee brand coffee. Support me, support the quartering, support coffee, and at the same time, send us super chats and stuff so we can get crazier shit going together. Because it's guys like Mr. Doc Matrix that keep this thing going. Right. And, it's not even Doc Matrix. We've had other people that have also given up money, like Mr. Wiley Sal. That's like pretty crazy right there. Another $5 CHF, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. Do you know what that is?
Swiss franc, I believe.
Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. And then
That's
we
worth more
even
than
had
a
one
dollar.
from Yakana B. It is?
Yeah.
And even Squiggles McJr., who was trying to get the GTA source code or something like that because he wanted to make a
Oh
crypto
yeah,
game,
you want to make his own
which I think
GTA.
might be dope. I think that would be dope. So see, here at Griffcast IRL, we definitely do love and support you. And we'll even put your name up here if you become a subscriber or something. So don't even think that, we're forgetting about the rest of you homies. No, sir. We got you right here. Although if your name is really fucking long, I mean, it's just really hard for me to get it to fit in there. Because it doesn't. Like some of you guys with
That's
your long
true.
ass names.
That's true.
I don't get you. I don't get that shit.
Hey, I gotta
don't get that shit.
shill my money losing venture a little bit here.
Oh yeah, you need to show your money losing venture. As soon as I got all the subscribers pushed up, the last one was Tesh. Hi, I can't fucking say that.
I just sent you a link.
My brain breaks whenever I see YAY because I want to say hey yay.
I think it's Mexican coming out.
I don't know. Ay. Do you have is that a better link? Wait,
yeah, that's a shorter link than the goddamn 20-mile long link you had yesterday.
Okay, good. There's a link. So yeah, and then we're also going to be shilling another product here. I mean, it's an amazing deal. You can go on to our friend's Amazon page. I mean, you're never going to find a better deal on a poncho anywhere.
Your Amazon affiliate code to make money off of this too.
Yeah, got to do
so
that.
So this is a little company that I own called Yukon Supply Company. One of my little money losing ventures. And right now we are selling this 3-pack of ponchos for $11.69, which is actually less than what I'm spending on these goddamn things. So the price will go up at some point soon, hopefully. But for the time being, since we just introduced this product, it is actually a loss leader, which means it's selling for less. Now, what I will ask people, if somebody actually does buy this, and I've had a bunch of people reply back saying they bought them, is please take a photo of this product when you get it and put it up along with a review on Amazon. Now, the review could be whatever. I don't care. If you say it's crap, it's crap. That's fine. It's not crap. It's actually pretty good. But anybody doing that right now, I'm going to enter in a drawing for an Apple Watch. And we'll do that at the end of the month. Did you buy yours? Do you want to get an Apple Watch? I mean, you're not going to get one for free unless you're entered in the contest. The only way to enter is to buy this product and to upload a photo.
look at that. It's only $11.69. You get 3 freaking ponchos, and it's made out of 100% Mylar with high visibility safety orange.
That's
So
the
it's
right
great
there.
for
The orange.
emergencies. So if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're on the side of the road stuck in the snow and you need to get out of your car, you put that survival poncho on, people are going to see you.
I'm telling you,
can
right
just
now,
keep that thing in your car, dude.
we got freezing rain and ice in Texas.
You get 3.
Yeah.
So you can put one in your car, you can have one in the house, and then you can have one in your backpack.
Wicked cool.
And then you could possibly win an Apple Watch and support the channel. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. And it fits
we will
over
bump the price up eventually. But it's a really useful product that you hope you'll never use. Like put it in your glove box in your car. Or put it, what I do is I just have 2 of these packs stuffed in the where the emergency tire is. I figured if I'm going to be changing tire on the side of the road, I'm probably going to want to be visible. There's nothing more visible than wearing a big orange poncho.
Dude, I just wanted to point out, did you notice the guy in the chat trying to write a naughty word one by one?
Oh, is he? No, I didn't see that.
Oh, good. Because I got him before you even noticed. Good.
Wow.
Good. I was watching it and I was like, this guy thinks he's slick.
Yeah.
What was his name? Felipe de Fog. That's what his name was.
Uh-huh. You cut him off? You cut him off before he finished?
Yeah, I cut him off before he finished.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Great.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Now, if you would have bought something, that'd be a different issue. But
yeah, if you would have bought it, then I might have been like, I can look the other way. I mean, if you put some steak on it, can I really stop you?
Totally a real company, totally legit.
Yeah, totally legit company. Yukon Supply Co. They're selling emergency survival ponchos, and I'm sure they're going to have other products that'll be coming out pretty soon.
Yeah,
that you can use for your survival needs. Yeah, real company. Totally, maybe not made at maybe not made in China. I don't think we're ever gonna truly figure that out here.
Well, it says made in China right on, but that's all right.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Oh, okay, good. So then it's definitely made in China.
Oh yeah.
So, you're definitely investing in big Chinese corporations
it's not a Chinese
and it doesn't matter. It's all
it's an American
it's a grift.
God damn it.
It's an American corporation that makes their shit in China.
Like every other American corporation. Yes.
Motherfuckers. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers.
I know. Prime delivery for free, right? Can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat that, actually. Yeah. You can't beat that with a baseball
They charge me for that, by the way. So I have to pay for the delivery, which is awesome.
What?
Yeah, that's how it works.
You gotta pay for that.
Yeah. That's how Prime works. They make all the sellers actually pay for the deliveries.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, that way the $120 a year you pay Amazon, that's just pure profit.
I guess that is pure profit, but then they're spending all that profit on Amazon Video, and I like the Amazon Video platform or whatever. I've been watching Stargate. I just watched one more time fucking The Rings of Power for my 8th run, and honestly, my eyes were just glossing over. Yeah. I can't even pay attention to it, but it's excellent. Like if you just turn it down really fucking low and then have it on like a screen somewhere, it's just the perfect like ambiance for like 8 hours of just like, you could just like glance over and there's some crazy shit happening. I love it. Actually, it's pretty good for that. Like I used to do that with the Lord of the Rings and the DVDs. I would just have them play one right after the other, right? And I wouldn't even watch it, but it would just always be on.
Wow, right? my UPS just flipped on and off.
Uh-oh, so you're losing power over there?
Well, it came back, so no, but something happened. Had a little temporary power blip. I kind of expect it because, like, anytime it drops to freezing in Texas, nobody knows what
goes haywire. Yeah, everybody's like fucking driving around.
It's like a bunch of people running around.
4x4, I'm fine. Yeah, well, no, all you fools in Texas, there's nobody with snow tires and shit. They're all driving around in their giant 4x4s, and they think, oh, yeah, I'm going to be fine just driving around. I got a 4x4, and then they hit a patch of ice, and then they're careening into a goddamn parapole and then taking everybody's power out. It's so hilarious.
We got one more day
It's comical.
To go. Tomorrow should be the last day of these freezing temperatures, and then go back up to the 60s.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to be going out and putting something together, but I looked at my tracking for my job that was moved today, and they moved it again tomorrow because that shit's still stuck in like Kansas because of this whatever storm's happening. Yeah. That was supposed to be overnight, by the way, meaning that they put it in the mail. It was supposed to be here by the next day, and it ain't gonna get here until like 3-4 days after or whatever. It just makes me laugh. I was trying to get it though so that I could drive out there clock in and then be like, oh, it's not here, get paid for the full thing, and then have to do another one. But
Yeah.
they're
All right, let's do the next
they're really
news story
playing my
here.
shit. What's the next news story? It's the same news story. We're only talking about the one news story, the Eliza Blue news story, because this is the number one story to
We
grift
gotta
on
diversify
right
the grift,
now.
though. Yeah, I think we ought to talk about the people that are reporting on Eliza. Like, that's a story right there.
You want to talk about the people reporting on Eliza? I think I actually have some news articles that I could go. Let me flip the thing. Let me flip the script here and actually just pull up the window, and then maybe we can kind of look out, because I did pull up.
My phone woke me up this morning to tell me that Chrissy Mayer is talking about it before I even woke up already. She's live streaming.
Yeah, she was talking about this. That was like the first person that I think that I saw talking about this morning. But I also did find some people sharing some stuff in the Discord. Yeah. I think that it's very strange that people were starting to update their tweets about this, but I noticed that I had went to a big guy like Benjamin Goggin. His account wasn't locked, but I was not able to share, like, or retweet his account.
Well, everybody,
even if I went, no, his account isn't locked. No, it's not locked. You can see it's not locked.
Sure,
not locked, and his account also not locked.
Well, can you close that little pop-up thing and see if that enables anything?
Yeah, I tried and that didn't do. This is just a screenshot that I had shared to Discord.
Because you're not actually on Twitter.
Maybe, I don't know.
You're deleted.
It didn't work for me on Twitter. So, anyways, it said right here, my friend Twitter Blue, not Harry Eyeball. He might actually still be in the chat or whatever. He posted this in the Discord.
Is her name?
Make up anything you want. You don't have to provide receipts. Rocket to the top of replies mentioned in search. Only $11 a month, dog. You can get Blue subscribers will be able to ban any other users who you don't like.
I like it. I dig it.
Wait, there's Harry right there. I see him. Yeah, he's in the chat. I know you in the chat, you little fucking troll.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah, some good shit. Yeah, that's why you gotta respect the trolls. Gotta respect the fucking grift or whatever. My grift sees your grift and respects your grift. So yeah, somebody warned me of this on my Discord. This is what I woke up to on my Discord this morning. I was like, what? What is this? What is this? And let's see. I think this video right here is the one that Chrissy Mayer originally posted from Bluey and on. Yeah. But in order to get the audio out, everybody's been pushing this video super hard because it's just another fucking thing.
There's only one little short
acknowledge that there are many people who are 13, 14, 15 that have sex with an adult and feel as if they were taken advantage of too.
This is 100%.
Okay,
so let's focus on the worst.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend like we all have our like utopia. So if I could answer this in utopia, right? Am I like?
So this is her version of utopia that she's describing.
Utopia.
Yeah.
Each community, and each so it'd be each caregiver, parent, and community, including teachers, potential faith leaders, and neighbors, will decide if the child is ready to consent, and look at the child's behavior. Do they have a job? How is their education going? Are they cognitively available to have sex with this individual? And then also look at the history of the individual as well. So does this individual have a history of abuse? And then you go from there.
Certainly acknowledge.
Yeah, so that kind of seems like it could be something considered to be, I don't know, called rape or something like that. Well, and that right there is kind of like the big thing. I think the reason that you saw Chrissy Mayer posting about that too is because she actually had dude on her show last night. So she was like talking about that shit last night, and I guess that's what led into this morning. So I'm pulling up her little page right now.
Yeah, so my issue with this is, first of all, the U.S. has the highest age of consent of any country. Like every other country in the world is lower. Most of them are 15 or 16. A few of them, like the Vatican, were 12, which is crazy insane, but it is what it is. But her point isn't that, well, maybe the U.S.'s age is a little too high. Her point is, if the community approves, then it's okay. What the hell, community? This chick is going around on conservative talk shows trying to pass herself up as a libertarian conservative type. And the language she's using is the exact same language that the Rainbow Coalition uses.
And the Raelians use.
I mean, it's like, what the
Which
hell,
are the
man?
same shit that Kanye West was getting into that got him banned off of Twitter for the second time by Elon Musk because he posted the Raelian symbol.
Yeah.
And that's the same kind of stuff that they talk about for their utopia.
Yeah, well, tell people what that is. Now everybody knows Canadian history.
What?
The
Raelians? I don't even know if there's anything on it. So it's like a cult that utilizes Nazi symbolism that's very, very scary. The Raelian religion. Here we go.
Hey, folks. There's an eccentric young religion out there that's for free love, democracy, and scientific progress. Oh, and they believe
Free
that
love.
aliens created the human race.
And aliens created the human race.
And that they themselves have cloned a human child.
And they cloned a human child.
Let's meet the Raelians. Just a disclaimer in case there are little ears listening, this video has some discussions of free love and such, so if that's not something you want your
Free
kids
love and
hearing,
such,
you've been
disclaimer.
warned. If
Disclaimer.
that is something you want your kids hearing,
Think about that. They're talking about child sex, pedophilia, free love movement. I've ran into these free love Rainbow Coalition types at music festivals before, and to them there's like, as long as the person consents, it doesn't matter what age they are or whatever, and they have their own little problem going out there because I mean these people are living completely off of the lam. They don't even really interface with regular normal society, and they're basically in a lot of the ways kind of like how the Quakers are, or some of the more interesting sects of FLDS Mormon, if you know, the fundamentalists are like, they have a very similar way of going about that.
Moving on. In 1974, sports car journalist and test driver Claude Verlan started a religion. From his account laid out in 2 books he wrote in the mid-70s, Verlan claims that the aliens abducted him and explained to him how the world works. But apparently not how to fix it.
I mean,
because
it's very
have you
similar
seen
to
2017? These aliens, called the
Scientology in that
Elohim,
sense.
were the true creators of
very
humanity.
similar.
Using
Somebody
advanced
just made up a
cloning
religion.
technology, they created us in their image. When they intervened with our early species,
Aliens.
they called
I love
themselves
that show.
angels, cherubim, or
me too.
gods. In different
Where's
eras
your
of human
mouse?
history, Claude claims the aliens enlightened Jesus, the Buddha, and a few others to be messengers of their time, preparing humans for when we can join them in space.
Federation of Planets.
He also claims he had dinner with them. The religion he founded was to spread the last message from these Elohim.
Wait. I could make a religion?
Oh, totally.
Because, like, I've totally met Jesus, some
it's-
blue alien dude, this lizard man looking guy or whatever. So, like, I could get something going on with that.
Religion is the ultimate grift.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we're going to get our ultimate grift, then, you know, like, flying spaghetti monster type shit is where we're going to have to go with this.
Actually came from France.
Their goal
I
is to
thought it
make
came from
humanity more
Canada. That's
peaceful,
why I asked about Canadian
democratic,
history.
and
I guess
aware
French.
as they prepare to be welcomed into the interstellar community. He changed his name to Rael.
Wait, hold on. Sean Richter right there. Now on Sundays, we're going to have a
Church of
show
Grift.
called The Church of Grift. And we're going to invite all of the grifters to come on open. We're going to try to get like televangelist type shit going on with all the grifters.
Thanks, Matt.
He fled to Canada. Okay.
Mhm.
So he fled to Canada after some weird shit was happening. Wait, somebody said something about Adam Kriegler. Maverick Buffley has Adam Krieger apologized to his pay members who he called whiny, but he's when they tried to warn him off from using their money to buy $5,500
Who's the her?
Eliza, I'm pretty sure.
Well, let's ask the person that said that. Which her?
That's
What are
exactly.
you referring to? I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah, well, he seems like he's referring to Eliza because they did some kind of like fundraiser for her to get her all kinds of
Adam
like,
did?
I believe, equipment. Yeah, Adam
The guy
did.
that Tim fired eventually.
No, we're not going to call it the Church of Defango. No, sir-ree. No. Defango, he's dead again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still around. I mean, I obviously can't die if you guys haven't figured that out yet.
Can't die.
Or whatever.
Huh.
I mean,
They
I
haven't
could be
tried
squished
hard
and
enough?
destroyed, like, you know, like, but
Yes. You can't die, but you
Functionally-
can commit suicide.
yeah, I could.
To double
I
tap in the
wouldn't.
back of your head.
Yeah, like If you're gonna go with the double tap in the back of the head, it's gonna take a while to come back, but
It's a
I will come
suicide.
back. I will come back.
Uh-huh.
I will come back, and then I will fucking be zombied out, and
Okay,
I'm gonna
I
be like,
still haven't
bro,
seen the confirmation.
why did you do that?
Oh, you did
Why?
say Eliza. Okay, he did mean Eliza. Got it.
He did
I wasn't
Eliza.
even
He's
aware
not-
of this Kringler story. Were you familiar with this?
I've heard inklings of it, but I heard that he like raised money for her to like get the equipment, but I wasn't exactly
Really?
crazy understanding of everything that went on
Wow.
about that situation. Yeah.
That's wicked. I had no idea. How does this chick, who is not particularly attractive or in particularly good shape, and who's batshit crazy right off the get-go, how does she seem to have this magic power over these soy boys?
I don't know, dude. I wish I did. That would be
I
something
don't
cool
get
to
it.
figure out.
I don't understand how it happens, because I right away thought there's something really off about this chick. I would not trust her. And I even texted you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe the Joker knows what's up. Maybe it's just the poon. Some dudes just get wrapped up in that
Yeah,
old
but
poon
it's
on.
not like she's walking around with that sticking up front, you know?
I mean, I don't know. It seems that she was pretty apt at doing cam girl stuff on Twitter, Instagram, and
Everybody
stuff.
can
So
do
she
cam girl
understands.
stuff. That takes no effort.
Not everybody. I couldn't do cam girl stuff.
You could
Do think
totally
that
do
people
cam girls. Dude,
think
if
I
we
could?
set up an OnlyFans for you, I guarantee you'd be making more than you are right now.
like this? Like,
Guaranteed. If you're streaming on Twitch, be very careful doing that.
yeah, I know. I got to be careful doing that.
Yeah.
That's why I hunch down, because you can't see.
Uh-huh.
You'll be looking
Hey,
at
you
my
saw
hairy
that,
chest.
that Finster dude yesterday that I showed you the video of, who's making
Uh-huh.
buku bucks.
Being
He's not
dressing
even
as a
on
window
OnlyFans.
women?
He's on actual YouTube and Twitch, and he's getting that kind of money coming in.
And
Bro.
founded Raelianism. Raelians are well-meaning people, despite holding some
we need to
strange
learn about
beliefs.
religion.
Becoming
okay?
a Raelian
We're building
is
a
actually
religion.
pretty easy.
We
They
gotta
just
get
ask you
this
to
done by
formally
Sunday.
disavow any other religion, and that's about it. Heck, I've done it twice today. The Raelian baptism entails an upload of your genes to a space computer, allowing for a digital reincarnation and immortality. They perform these baptisms on one of the 4 major holy days in the Raelian calendar. One marks the anniversary of the bombing of Hiroshima, one marks Rael's first encounter with the Elohim, one for the day he saw the Elohim starship, where he had that meal with Jesus, Buddha, and some other religious figures, and one for when aliens cloned up Adam and Eve. They do have a few controversial beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah, like none of
Well-
those were controversial.
Oh.
You guys,
Okay. Well then.
Yeah, time for grift.
Yeah, it's grift time. So yeah, we're over here on Griffcast. We've been doing this cast for I don't even know how long now, but we gotta get the grifts going. We gotta keep this grift thing alive. So the first thing that we gotta do is point you out to our link tree, Griffcast. You know what? You got the link right there on the chat, Aruni. You should be able to check that thing out right there. I'm also going to be dropping a link to Mr. Sir Gene's podcast, where you can also find me talking about things and stuff in podcast format if you're into all that stuff right there. And here, let me just pull that up for you so people can see it right nice and tight. You can see right there the last episode right here with some dude named Defango. And he's also had some dude named Adam, some dude named Zach. He's even had no guest. He's even just gone on by himself. There's me again. So you can definitely go check that out. It's Podcasting 2.0 certified if you're into that newfangled podcasting hotness or whatever it is. Either way, we're all about grifting over here. So make sure you're checking us out. If you want to hit donations and you want to be anonymous, you can utilize our Cash App. And you can hit us at that Griffcast. And I know it's funny. It's a funny cash tag. Yes, it's really good. I'm pretty favorable for it. And you can also hit us on PayPal if you're still into that old school, pre super chat era of things, and you want all the money to go to the creators and not paying the platforms. Well, you can hit us on that PayPal too if you like, paypal.me/Defango. But as always, we are an equal opportunity grift. We'll accept your money any way that you like it. So if you have any other newfangled payment options, Bitcoins, Dogecoins, Litecoins, Monero, fucking whatever the shit you got rolling, some XRP, your scam coins, we will take them and we will convert them into cash money for ourselves because we are grifters.
That's
and
right.
We appreciate your patronage. That is 100%. And as always, the show itself is sponsored in part by the Quarterings brand coffee. So if you're into buying coffee or drinking coffee, you should give us a little bit of a check out right here. Coffee brand coffee. They offer some of the finest coffees, teas, and cocos around, and you can use our promotional codes to save 5% off. Griffcast is the promotional code that you use, and then I'm also going to post a link in the chat that you can follow to get an additional 5% off or something like that to your order, which is a pretty good deal in savings. And obviously,
because that 5% is going to add up.
Yeah, it's going to add up big time, dude. So you're going to want to get that. You're going to want to click on the link. So. Yeah, it's expensive coffee, but it's literally the best shit that you could possibly get out there. And I mean, you're supporting small creators and Americans like Jeremy from The Quartering, who owns this company, and me, he's sponsoring just a little guy, actually allowing us to grift off of his coffee business. And I'm just, happy for that. I'm just happy that we could get a true grit grift like this going on for you, me, and all the rest of us. We totally appreciate you guys checking that stuff out. And remember, use that promo code GRIFCAST to get that 5% off. It's just a slamming deal. It's a slamming deal, my friend. It's a slamming motherfucking deal. Okay? This is a good deal. And when we're grifted or we're out here grifted, we got to grift hard. And you know what? If you're thinking about getting anywhere or going anywhere, you should always remember that you should probably be taking a poncho with you, right? We got Sir Gene over here selling his Amazon ponchos.
Yeah. Emergency survival life poncho all the way, baby.
And if you're in Texas right now and you're freezing your ass off and you got snow and everything anywhere, you're going to definitely want one of these. It's going to help you out a lot. It'll keep you safe. People will be able to see you in the snow very easily because everything's going to be white. But your ass, you're going to be orange as
just like Donald Trump.
Yep, you're going to look almost like Donald Trump. You're going to look like a little orange out there, and people are going to be able to find you. And it's way thicker. It'll fit over your blanket. And you know what? Yeah. It's a 3-pack for $11.69. I mean, you really can't beat that deal. That's for you, your wife, and the kids. Or if you're selfish, you could buy 3 packs, and then you could just have a shitload of ponchos. I mean, you could literally make a poncho tent. So if you want one, make sure you go there. Gene loses money on every single one of these orders. Every single one, just because he wants you guys to have stuff that's gonna be good for you. Okay, so this is Griffcast. We're obviously gonna be shilling all of our Amazon affiliate links and all that other crap to you because we're obviously just here to make money. This is all about making money.
That's right.
Number one, the news. Okay. Whatever. We're going to talk about the news for 5 minutes and then we're going to grift for like 20 minutes and it's going to be great. So please join us for the grift. And remember, since this is the Griftcast doesn't work without you guys assisting us. See, we do the grifting. You guys are the griftees. You send the super chat and the money. Yeah, it takes at least 2 to grift. You guys got to start this thing or you guys got to make it up. Keep it going. And remember, we care about the grift. So if you're a grifter or if you're wanting to know how a true grifter should work, you should really be going out and highlighting the people that are actually making the show happen. That's like right. Doc Matrix with that $5 super chat that came in, or Mr. Wiley Sal, who actually also came through with another $5, I guess, super chat when whatever funny money he comes in with this weird place that he lives in. And then we even had you kind of be with the $5 super chat, and our buddy Squiggles McJr., all people that have decidedly wanted to come through and put money down. And I mean, if you don't think the Griffcast is real, even before Gene came on the show, he donated $5 through super chat just to get on this motherfucker.
Do it.
And that's how it works, dog. You want to be famous?
Money, that's how you get on.
You get on, you donate some money, we put you on here. We you know, dude, I will say whatever, dude. I will be like, this guy has been in the business for thousands of years. You know, like, you just tell me what you want me to say or whatever. You throw some steak on it, I'll say it, whatever. This is a Griffcast, okay? We're an equal opportunity grifter, right? We got to be able to grift on all levels,
give us money
at the highest level. It's grift tastic, and you know, please give us money.
Yeah, what you think? Like we need to be grifting out here? No. We're doing this because we choose to be grifting. Okay, this is a passion, a life. We have
a passion for grifting. 100%.
Yeah,
we want to grift.
People need a better grift because all the grifts these days, they're mediocre. What we're here to do is provide you the best grift possible.
Yeah, you know what? We're not just like sitting in here phoning it in every single time. We're not just doing the least amount of work it's out here. We're straight up front saying we need your money so we could pay our rent and shit, and we're not even getting crazy about it, all right? And if you can't respect that grit on that grift, then I don't even know. Because, you know, literally, we're literally coming in at you hard like Tokyo Grit. Honestly, we're coming at you hard like Tokyo Grift, or as Mr. Squiggles McJr. say, we're getting pretty griftacular over here.
That is,
and I think that we've already proven that once you're 100% upfront about your grift, people don't care. They'll just keep sending you money, and your grift will get even bigger. As soon as Tim Pool and some of these other big names just start being real with us and, you know, make it so, I think that, you know, we're going to have an even funner time with this technology. The grift is real, but you know what? We could do fun things with technology if we try, right? We can do them if we try. My God. See, seriously, like we're just grifting hard over here. Grifting hard over the same story.
We got to do it. It's a passion.
I think we've defined. We've really distilled down like exactly how this shit's supposed to work now. I think you know we got the troll box. We have every little piece that we need to be successful, and it seems to be working. Remember yesterday when we were using that program? It took me an hour to figure out where the fucking green room was.
Oh, really?
Like that program was great, but it needs work. Yeah. I couldn't figure out where it was. I was trying to, like, I had put you into the scene, but it wasn't letting me, like, I could hear what you had going on your shit, and all I could hear was music.
Oh, I was
loud music. Yeah, it was just all I could hear was loud music. So I just was like, whatever. So yeah, and then eventually when we get crypto GTA, dude, like think about it, we get Grand Theft Auto with crypto embedded into it. Like we have Valheim with crypto embedded into it. We had Minecraft with crypto embedded into it. Let's get GTA with crypto.
That's right.
Then it's like, think about that. Like people will be playing GTA and making money.
I mean,
like it'll take that whole 5M shit to another level.
Talking about crypto.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we got to talk about crypto, but you know, speaking about crypto, did you know that the one thing that nobody seems to have picked up on, which honestly, I had a little put out the information about all of Eliza Blue's like crypto wallets, and that's the only thing that doesn't seem to have made it into Eliza Blue's thing, but she was making like, you know, get some pretty good donation bank. Like I saw some 2 BTC donations, 3 BTC, like a flat 2 BTC.
Yeah. I mean,
a flat
not that much
3
days,
BTC.
2 years ago.
That's like that's a shitload 2 years ago. And she's been getting it recently. So 2 years ago and even recently, it's still, you know, sizable amount of money, over 10 grand. You know,
it's like 16, 18K BTCs right now, but it was 50K BTCs 2 years ago.
Exactly. So it was worth a substantially larger amount.
And, you know, I guess it's just not enough because she still had to go beg for money doing the grift game as she does to fix her the rain gutters in her house.
No, that was the other chick.
That was the other chick? Oh, I thought that was Liza.
Yeah, I think that was the other chick actually.
All right, come on, chat.
I'm like,
Give us a link.
yeah, somebody drop a link in here.
Drop a link.
Yeah, the Griff Street Hooligans. Yeah, we are like the Griff Street Hooligans, and we're way cooler than all the other grifters out there
We're gonna
for the
give
sheer
the
reason.
to run for their money. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, dude, we're already giving him a run for money. He's watching this shit right now, and he was like, "How are they even doing all of this shit at once? They're just using the web browser? Come on!" And it's called skills, my friends.
Yeah,
holy shit, we just got a subscriber. Hard Lens Media.
There we go.
Hard Lens Media Kit. We've actually been on this guy's show, Hard Lens Media. I would recommend that you guys go give them a follow. I am going to replay that one right there. Hard Lens Media just threw down the follow over there. We got nothing but love and respect for those fools over there. That's where we were talking to Farron and Kit about what was happening. So let me pull up their little channel over here, since, you know, like, we're equal opportunity grifters over here at Griftcast.
Show a little bit.
Yeah,
of it?
1 second. I'm pulling up his stuff right now. So, like,
That's
you know,
good.
first off, we're gonna put that shit up there, and he even threw in a comment right there. Eliza was always lying. Where she was allegedly living in Chicago is the most affluent city, and he actually drove out there to check that shit out. This is their YouTube channel right there. You can follow them at Hard Lens Media 99. They got 40,000 subscribers, but they could always use more to increase the variability and viability of their grift. And remember, we don't have any problems with any other grifters out there in the game, my friends. We want them to get
show
it.
your love and give us some money.
Yeah, show your love. Give them some, you know, give us money.
No.
Give us some money.
The money. So we take the money, they give the subscribers.
So yeah, throw us some money and then go over there and subscribe to them. See, you can see I'm subscribed, but I just noticed that they didn't have me on the bell. So I got to put that bell on there so I get that notification or whatever. And see, it's good to show that there because, you know, when you're an equal opportunity grifter, you really know these things. And I mean, Eliza lived in a very rich neighborhood, according to our friend over here, which I don't doubt in any way, shape, or form.
What is the neighborhood, so people know exactly what neighborhood is rich?
Yeah, definitely. Give us the gossipy details, because it says in that article,
like sites for home purchasing to find that out. Also, did you hear that her comment about sleeping on the floor was because she liked body pillows and she slept on the floor?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was a thing she was into, which, you know, again, now it's conveniently utilized as I lived in such a poor area, I had to sleep on the floor.
I lived in such a poor area to sleep on the floor, but now it's like I actually like sleeping on the floor, but it was actually a rich, affluent area.
Who was it?
Yeah, she says it was called in the Gold Coast.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it was the Gold Coast.
Not that area.
Sure. That's like a nice area, Chicago. Oh yeah, right on the line of the Gold Coast and the ghetto. Okay. Yeah, sure. So this is my appearance on Hard Lens. I dropped the link into the chat for everybody to go through, but he was talking about Eliza Blue. He was talking about Eliza Blue and all that stuff. Very, very interesting to me. And I think I actually went on there recently too for a little bit while longer. Yeah, just the whole story. Here, this one right here. Hard Lens Media, hypocrisy surrounding Eliza Blue. There you go. You can see me right there.
Oh, holy cow.
Sans. Oh, wait, where'd my link go? Okay, I posted it. So right there, you know, we've been going through. You got Fairly Balanced right there, or Fair and Balanced, and we got Kid Cabello right up onto the area. And then he's in the chat right now. What else does he say? In that area, top tier stores and fancy restaurants. Well, that's pretty interesting. I don't know. Do you think we should get this guy on, dude? He's a YouTuber. He's got a bigger grift going on than we do. We should probably get some tips or something. Dr. Drew?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not Dr. Drew. I'm talking about Kit. But we should try to get Dr. Drew on too.
Yeah,
I mean, eventually he's going to want to be on the Griffcast.
His career's kind of stalled, so he's trying to get the kids to start watching him again.
I just put absolutely outstanding. I just lied to YouTube. They're like, "How's YouTube today?" Oh, it's outstanding.
Yeah. I mean, how do you take somebody that looks like that and has the last name Bleu?
Bleu.
Seriously, how do you do that?
I don't take them seriously. That's how I do it.
How's Dr. Drew take that person seriously?
Send me a message. I'll do what I can. All right. We just need to send him a message somehow.
Send me a message. I'll do what I can. Okay. All right. Cool. We'll send you a message in the back channel that we get from looking at your donations. So it's all good.
Well, that's Kit Cabello. Let me see if I can find his email on his business account over here.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I got it right here. I am not a robot. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes sense for an email. It's just his name. At Heartlands. Okay.
So who's this guy not wearing a beanie stocking? Oh, that's Defango. That's that guy that looks like you.
Yeah, that's me when I don't wear a beanie. That's a me when I don't wear the beanie.
You're not really grifting hard if you're not wearing a beanie. So
well, that was before I was grifting hard, and now we're Griffcast, so we have to grift harder than anyone who's ever grifted ever and ever.
Right.
So link to join anytime. Yes.
So I'm trying to get Farron on my podcast.
Oh, really? Is she ignoring you?
No. She said, yeah, that sounds cool. Let's do it. And then nothing after that. I know she's been busy being on every freaking show on YouTube.
All right. I just emailed you, Kit.
Yeah. Joker. Yeah, that's true. You know, I used to enjoy going to Chicago back in the 90s, I guess it would have been. If you're a Chicago familiar person, I'll tell you where I always stayed is right off Wacker, across from the Tribune building at the Executive Plaza.
Whoa, dude, we just got a new member, bro. Hold up. Stop the grift. Stop the grift. We gotta pop this up to the top right here. The Real Crayon just became a member.
Nice.
The Real Crayon became a member. Look at that. You see that? There's a little hoverboard.
They like the grift.
They love the grift. They just want me to be for real about it, I think. Yeah. And then, we get people like the Real Crayon that come in and want to support the channel, become members, get the really cool green going on in the chat. So you're just that much better than everyone else, Think about it. And then we pay more attention to the members, obviously. Like if you're a member, I see your green comments and then I go, I should probably even think about it even more. But what does he say? How much do I hate giving ScrewTube my money? Yeah. A lot.
It is
a lot, probably. And then what else did they say? I am a proud Defango grifty, and it's grifty. Just put 2 E's. Grifty. Yeah. You're a grifty. That seems easier. Yes.
Yo.
Dude, what? Griffcast is not working as a code. It's all lowercase, Doug. All lowercase. Griffcast.
Yeah.
Griffcast. Griffcast. Unless Jeremy canceled my unless I was deep. Yeah. Unless I've been deplatformed off coffee for being too good at selling coffee. Nope. Yeah, it still says that it's there. Coupon code Griffcast. We're still up and live. I can bring it up for you. I can show you. 1 second. Let me pull it up. Coffee brand coffee. We got our thing right there. You can see it right there. Manuel Chavez, coffee brand coffee, Griffcast. You can see how much sales we had in the past day or whatever. You can see what's up. We ain't playing with our grift around here, dog. We tell you exactly what's going up. And if there's somebody saying that our code's not working, they can't grift, we can't grift, we're gonna fix that shit. Yeah. All lowercase Griffcast. All lowercase Griffcast. It just shows uppercase on the thing, maybe because I accidentally put it in uppercase. Oh yeah, it does. So hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, lowercase.
Yeah, it's got to be lowercase. That's what it was.
There we go.
Hey, and how's everybody enjoying the 1080p?
Yeah, you liking 1080p content, 30 frames a second? I know we wish we could get 60.
Yeah, I mean 4K at 60 would be better, but we
can only this is as good as we can get with this software. But it does make the show pretty much easy, and then it there are limiting factors to things, but I think overall the cost benefit ratio is higher. Ultimately we're trying to improve the grift, not make the grift harder. It's supposed to be easy but high value grift, not hard low value grift. We got to really, really keep it together, keep it up. And then, we got to throw it one more time out there for the Real Crayon, just saying thank you for that subscription. And thank you for becoming a member. That's just the next logical step in the grift train, and you'll feel a lot better once you finally get it off your chest. Once you finally make that move into member, you're gonna be like, I should have done this a long time ago. I shouldn't be here. What's this guy? Here for the content, not your stunningly good looks. I know I'm not stunningly good looks. I don't have the chiseled features and things of that nature, but you know what? Sometimes you just got to deal with what you got, dog.
Yeah.
You got to deal with what you got. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now what's this link that you're saying me now? A new podcast? Is this another fucking podcast? How many goddamn podcasts you got going on, dog?
I'm actually going to be on another one today. But yeah, no, this one's actually one of mine.
Oh, nice. And then Kit says, thanks for the link. Thanks for the link. I could join your show next week, preparing for my show later on today. Still going over notes. Gladly to message me next week when you have time and date.
Be a grifter.
Yeah, come grift with us.
Yeah.
Yep, come get in here. We'll make sure that we're directing people directly over to your grift so you can grift hard just like we are. And you know what? We're equal opportunities.
We can give that to you.
Yeah, you need to know how to spice up your grift so you can get that extra out of it, dude. We're here for you 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's all about helping fellow grifters. The
program is only $197.69.
Yeah, $197.69. So it's a slamming
it's
cheap
a
deal.
No-brainer. It's like everybody that wants to learn grifting needs to just sign up.
Yeah, if you want to have a podcast, we can even help you with that shit. We got podcast extraordinaire over here. Got more podcasts than anybody else we know. But yeah, keep up the great work. We will, Hard Lens Media, and we will also take care.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Take care.
Have a good one. Yeah, we will definitely take care. And we will definitely grift hard. Harder than anyone has ever grifted.
Hard. Was that a movie?
Ever.
I think I saw a movie called Grift Hard.
I don't know. Let's see.
It had what's his name? The guy from Saturday Night Live in it.
No, I don't see anything coming up with.
What's the guy's name? You know who I'm talking about.
Hard.
The guy that was on Saturday Night. He played Dewey something. This character. He was that kind of ugly looking dude on Saturday Night Live. He was very popular. Who am I thinking of? Chat? Help. Need help.
Does anybody in the chat know? Because I have no fucking
clue. That guy from Saturday Night Live. Got no dorky looking, tall. Clue. Are you gonna make me actually type this into a browser? God damn it.
Yeah, dude. I don't fucking know what you're talking about, dog. What do you think? Why am I supposed to know? I'm not a mind reader.
I'm not asking you,
my dog thinks I'm
chat.
A mind reader. Well, the chat, I mean, they might know. Probably not. They don't probably watch that. So I was looking at this. Let's go to the subscriptions because I think some people went live. Yep, Chrissy Beer just went live with another video. This one is Josie, the redheaded libertarian, and Chrissy Beer react to the quarterings Eliza Blue files. Ooh, yeah. Notice how it's now the quarterings files.
That's you've been erased permanently at this point.
Yeah, so. I've been erased. So, I'm out. Griffcast is done. That's why we had to reinvent ourselves, come back, do all this new stuff. So that's fine with me. And then Uncivil Law, that guy was talking about it. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Breaking. Eliza Blue finally exposed Elon Musk's huge problem.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And that's from the Umbrella guy. He's got 1,000 people in there.
Yeah.
Nice. We did it. I'm just going to put, nice. We did it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everybody's got their big shows going on, but I mean, with this article today, I feel like there's going to be a rush.
Will Ferrell's the guy I was talking about.
Oh, Will Ferrell.
He had a movie, I think, called Grift Hard.
Didn't find that. It's probably called Walk Hard, wasn't it?
Oh, it could be called Walk Hard too. Yeah.
Yeah, Walk Hard.
But it's kind of it's really about his grift. Really, if you watch the movie.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's just do a quick search for Eliza Blue on YouTube to see where things are going. Oh yeah, it looks like we got a couple of them. Oh, we're popping up. Griffcast. But everybody's popping up over to the bigger channels to basically hear the same thing that they've already heard before, which is
people are doing premieres. That's why.
Yeah, premiered Eliza Blue
Jeremy's
destroyed by
live
article
now?
that
No,
this is his recent
That's his
video.
Jeremy here from the quartering, and get your cup of tea or a cup of
Get your cup of tea.
Boy, he goes hard, man. Look at that. First words out of his mouth is grift.
Today,
Yeah, seriously, we got to start with the grift.
You got to start with the grift.
And
Don't talk about news
brought to
and
you
then
by
go into grift. You got to start with the
the
grift.
Daily Beast.
The Daily
Now we know why the Daily Beast covered it. Is because it was a roundabout way.
Yeah, because they want to do a little
crazy.
grift on this too.
Door to criticize Elon.
Yeah, we got to
And
throw the like.
It's working.
And I'm a member, by the way, of Jeremy's channel. I have perks. Been a member for 3 days.
3 days.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from today.
So he can't say that I'm not a
Eliza
supporter or
Blue.
whatever.
Yeah, you're
And
a
Respect
supporter,
the
right?
fucking
It was
grit.
actually
I'm
brought
a
to you
supporter. I'm showing his copy company.
Daily
I mean, I
Beast?
practically have his
Now,
nuts
we
in
know
my
why
mouth.
the Daily
Okay.
Beast covered it is because it was
Literally.
a roundabout
Literally.
way, a back door.
I don't know how far.
criticize
I don't know how
Elon.
far down I can
And
get,
working.
but if I can get farther,
Elon's
I
getting
will.
Smeared. Politicians are
I
not
will.
getting involved, and it's
Yeah.
a total mess. It's a PR disaster for Elon.
PR
Musk.
disaster
And
for Elon Musk.
I guess that's what
Is
happens.
it just me or is Jeremy just reading a
When you
script somebody
don't-
wrote?
He might be.
I don't know. When
Look
you
at
don't
his
vet the
eyeballs.
People,
I don't think he.
He
Well,
keeps
would
going
he
off
be?
to the center looking at what he's talking about.
Well, I mean, he's looking over to the side over here, and then
Yeah.
looking there. So I guess, I mean, I don't know what his setup is, but from what I can tell, it definitely seems like he's got like a Mac or something. To be honest, it looks like he's got like a
Sure.
desktop Mac, but I could be wrong about that. Just
Maybe.
based on where the camera is, like
Yeah.
you know, he has a regular size. His monitor can't be that big, right?
that you are hanging out with.
uh-huh.
You know, we know that.
I mean, look at that
obviously,
coffee brand coffee right on
there
the
are
side here, man.
individuals
Yeah.
around
Better
him
keep that up.
that are well-known grifters. But let's get into the article. There's two
Did you
main
just say grifters? Go back.
takeaways from it that I'm going to actually separate into
Yeah, he
two
did.
videos
Hold on, let me.
because I'm the Grift
click
King.
over.
Two main takeaways from it that I'm going to actually separate into two videos because I'm the Grift King.
Oh, he is the
Otherwise, this video will be like an hour long. Now, this video is brought to
Bravo!
you
Bravo!
Steal
Oh,
for me, you son of a bitch!
look at that. He steals everything. He stole your
He stole
story.
fucking
He
everything.
posted your story after you were gone, and now he's the grift king himself right there. That is awesome.
I love this guy.
by
I'm
Meta
telling you,
PC.
he
I can't
is
even hate-
definitely
I now
I can't
have
even hate
worked
this
with them
grifter
to
of
do
the
a
year
custom
2023
page, which
big
I'll
time.
link you to.
Yeah, we got a run
Promo
for our
code
money
is
going on
Quartering.
over here.
Better
He's
known
definitely gonna
company
win.
is the computer I
God
use.
damn,
It's the
man.
computer
We're gonna have to
I
grift
use.
even harder.
We need
Laptop I
some money
use.
coming in because
They have these
Jeremy
that I put
is
together.
grifting
They
hard.
also
Look at that.
have
PCs.
Build your own desktops,
$5,000
laptops.
PCs
If
that
these
he's
don't fit
grifting
your
right now
needs,
as
you can
well.
talk-
I guess we should get in with Meta PCs too, then, huh? I could use a new computer.
Well, there's a few brands. Meta's one of them.
I mean, I build my own computers or whatever, but if you saw what my computer looked like, you'd be like, "That is your computer," and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, it doesn't have any sides on the cases or
But look at
anything.
the
It's just a
wrap.
fucking
He's got the
chassis."
You could buy a computer with Jeremy's face on it.
Talk to somebody, let them know the quartering sent you. They love that.
Well, I mean, that's like the quartering branded system or whatever that he's got.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they just can't fucking let me have anything. They
No.
can't fucking let me have anything. And I'm not even making fun of him at this point. I am just fucking trying to make money over here, and I'm still just getting stepped on. It
And
sucks,
Coffee
man.
Brand Coffee. Promo code I'm back.
Yeah.
Save 10% off
Grifting.
site wide.
He says promo code
If you've
10.
been on the fence,
His is I'm back.
we've got a dozen organic teas.
Yeah.
We've got
Oh wait, hold on. He's
4
doing
hot
his
cocoas.
show,
We've
so we
got
got to put our
15
thing.
different
Use
coffees.
promo
Our
code
number one seller,
Griffcast.
blueberry cobbler.
Show your support
Our
for
dark
us
roasters
and
we
Jeremy.
loved. We've
Buy
got
his
a brand
coffee.
new flavor today, hazelnut
Please.
churro, and your support there directly supports the channel, and so I greatly appreciate. it.
We'll
Now
get
let's
to the
into
poll
this
here pretty quick. Actually, I
story
forgot
on
about
Daily
the fucking
Beast,
poll.
which is a 4-person work. Will Summer, Kate Bricklet,
Grand Griffmaster.
Bricklet, Kelly Weil, and Noah Kirsch. Maybe Tim Poole will cover it now because it's on the Daily Beast. But with striking lilac hair and pungentish
love.
attitude, the
What?
Pungent, I
anti-trafficking
bet she's
activist
funny.
Eliza Blue has broken into some of the top tiers of right-wing media in just a few years, growing her audience through interviews with popular figures like Ben Shapiro, Tim Pool, and Dr. Drew.
Can you make that window
In late,
bigger?
but
It's
in late
like a
2022,
quarter of the screen,
Blue
dude.
found an even more powerful ally,
Can't
the
reach
new
it.
Your mom.
owner of Twitter, Elon Musk. Blue refers to herself as a
No.
survivor has lent the billionaire an unusual form of credibility
Nick,
by
put us in
insisting
the
that
corner or
pre-Musk
something and
Twitter
make
was
that the main
overrun
window.
with terrible images.
Oh,
Only Musk, Eliza
hell,
Blue
man?
says, has been
It's
willing
way
to
too
stamp
much
out the
space
material
around
at
it.
Twitter at scale.
There
In
we go.
another tweet, she declared,
Yeah.
the war against Elon Musk is actually a war over your mind.
Oh, I didn't realize I could do
Musk
that.
responded with a bullseye emoji. Blue's praise for Musk comes even as the billionaire has slashed much of Twitter staff, including huge numbers of workers responsible for content moderation. For his part, Musk has boosted Blue's profile
So
on
we're
the site
watching
with
Jeremy
replies and
read an
retweets,
article
helping
somebody
it
else
earn more
wrote.
than 100,000 news followers in December alone.
Well, we're actually watching Jeremy talk about the same article we've been grifting on for the last.
Yeah.
How long have we been live?
2.5
2 hours and 55
Yeah.
minutes to be
3
exact. 3 hours. So yeah, it looks like he's just reading through the article.
I think that's a good way for him to get just enough time to get all the ads in.
This is so great.
Elon Musk is
I'm very
getting
proud.
dragged.
So now we just need to come out with like a video. I got to clip a part of my video and put it out as like a video like that. And so I can, like gain traction in the search results and then start going up. But then it's just going to have to be marketing now because we're going to have to follow his grift and then work into the meta grift, because if we start tagging everything, the quartering, Tim Pool, Eliza Blue, destroyed, like Daily Beast, like we could probably totally rank up in the search rankings. Because right now with where Chorrell's growing, we're in a more than perfect way to just grift right off of his success all the way to the top right now. And that's what the grifters normally do. So now that we're a grifter, we got to be doing that shit.
There's a trend I've
we got to
seen
grift.
For the
She's like, Daddy, we grifted hard, Daddy.
Good grifting lately.
She's like, do I get steak tonight, Daddy? You might actually get a steak tonight.
Maybe not.
You might get some steak tonight.
The trend I've seen lately is more and more people are using thumbnails without their image, but with images of the best grifters. So somebody had a video that had an image of Jeremy and an image of Tim, and it was a guy I'd never heard of who actually did the video.
Interesting.
That's brilliant. Why use your own face on
my
the video?
metagame? The only problem that we have with our grift game is our thumbnail game, because I'm the one that's making them, and my Photoshop skills are garbage.
Yeah.
I do know how to make thumbnails, but my skills are garbage. We need a dedicated thumbnail grift maker that can take us to the next level, and then we will truly
make like images of, the quartering and Timcast and all these other grifters. Then we could use those for people searching, go, oh, this must be Tim's video. Let me watch that. And then they run into the Griffcast.
Lunchy's a she.
What, your dog?
Everybody thinks she's a boy for some reason. She's a girl.
Lunchy is a man's name.
I say she.
But she gave her a male name. What do you expect?
Lunchy is not a man's name.
In Spanish.
Whatever. She's not Spanish. What is this?
A Chihuahua is, she's not Spanish. She's Mexican, dude.
Whatever, bro. She had babies. She's a girl.
She's
a babies. She has a girl. And now that Lunchy,
she's a birthing dog.
She's a birthing dog. She has a birthing dog, but she pees like a boy. She lifts her leg. I think she learned that from the boys.
You have a trans dog. That's awesome. That's so brave of you. You're a brave man.
So brave. She's a brave dog. She's tough.
Yes.
She doesn't give no fucks.
Her the pronoun of her choice, even.
Yeah, her name is Lunchbox, because she reminded me of that Lunchbox girl from that one movie, The Little Giants or whatever.
Not familiar. The only dog in my entire life that has ever bitten me, fucking Chihuahua.
Well, I'm glad that I know that I can watch videos in full screen now.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I figured if I hit the full screen, it would full screen on my monitor and fuck up, but it actually just full screens in the window, which is dope. So that's new. That's good. That means that we can even have more immersiveness. So what else do we have? We have ROTC. Dude, the fucking ROTC guys. These guys have been grifting hard on this since before I have.
Oh, what's their grift like?
Look at their shit. Here,
and I support that. So what I would say is make sure you use the hashtag.
That's why I had to
Eliza
use the black
Blue
one now.
That way
everybody stole my background. I was using all of this shit years ago before they were even fucking streaming. You know, they didn't. These fuckers started streaming because of me, and then
they're
stole
selling
my
coffee.
fucking
Look
show
at that. They're
name.
selling coffee.
Yeah, and their side was like, no,
job.
that's
Good
buy
job,
me a
Griffcast.
no,
I like
that's
that.
buy
Yeah,
me a
that was
coffee.
Blue.
Oh, that's buy me.
buy me a
they're
coffee.
selling coffee.
Yeah, no, that's another grift where there's a website called Buy Me a Coffee, and people can just donate money to you through it for coffee.
Eliza Blue Elon. That way people know what's
So
going
I'm
on.
stealing Chris Jericho's gimmick of having 19 different gimmicks, and you're stealing his gimmick of just trying to force hashtags.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Multiple ones.
I'm doing
through
that
the
now.
shows.
Yeah. I have another one, Brother Man.
Yeah.
But these guys right here actually have a pretty interesting media empire that they go forward
do they?
on. They basically utilize their like subscribers to go after people, right? Like they're always weaponizing their followers, so they'll make them weaponize hashtags and other things. They'll have them go onto other people's streams and start simping for them like harder than you've ever seen in your
Really?
entire life. Like when I went into the Chrissy Mare stream for the first time, there was probably 10 different Mersh simps in there that were like, Mersh had it first, Mersh was talking about this first and all this other shit. And I'm just like, yep. And then they asked me about Merch, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, we go back." He he borrowed the name to one of my shows and wrote it into the ground. In my opinion, you know, while I didn't want to be associated with it, when I tried to give him the trademark, like I tried to buy him dinner, and then all he had to do was pay me $1 for the trademark, and he would have owned it, right? Yeah. It was just like, you know, I wanted to meet with him directly so that we could do the, you know, transaction because I thought it would be funny. Troll him like that, and he totally skeeved out, like didn't want to meet up or anything like that with that. When I went all the way to fucking Florida, right? I was all the way in Florida already, and it wasn't to go see him. I was meeting with one of my subscribers who was a whale that wanted to, like, you know, just go do fun shit. And then I also met up with Gabe Hoffman. And like we were gonna add Mersh to the trip, and we're like, well, Mersh, you know, we know where you live. There's Olive Garden right by your house. It's right here. You know, like I'll get you a fucking Uber over there. We'll sit down, eat. I'll get you the trademark, and then we can be done with this. We never have to argue about anything ever again. You know, like I just wanted to end it like that, but instead he went another direction. So his people started trolling me over the Nightwave name, saying that I'm fake and, you know, I'm stealing Mersh's bit, and I'm like, bro, I've been around longer than this dude's ever been online. He was a comedian and a strip club guy before this. Like he worked at couple of different strip clubs along the coast over there, like Florida, I guess Alabama's that sort of area.
Strip clubs?
Yeah, he was like the guy that was running it, like a promoter or something.
I thought you meant like the headliner.
No, I mean sometimes I guess maybe like a headliner. Like he would do his comedy when he was at the strip clubs for sure. But like for the most part, I believe he was just like a manager of them, and it was a couple of really big ones or whatever. So it's not like I'm talking shit here. It's just like
you're saying Eliza used to work for him. Got it.
No, maybe. I don't know. All I know is that he apparently started talking about her sometime in, I believe it was December is the first time I could find any indication.
We'll see you later. Thanks for the money.
The other guy's not using it.
Yeah, see you
Hey
later.
guys, I just want, and while we're
He's
talking,
still using that. He's just not using his legs.
No one's watching
speaking of Jericho, I have a new song coming out. It's called Pontius.
Oh, I like that.
See if I can actually find something.
Oh yeah, no, I
The eyeball.
But
It's just a way. Yeah. Now enter into some kind of a fucking litigation with her.
But the thing is, and you're right, and because you know why? People think that this isn't just an Eliza Blue is terrible. But this isn't an Eliza Blue problem. This is bigger than her now. This is what our right to criticize people. If you're right or you're wrong on any platform, if somebody comes up and goes, "I was sex trafficked in this video," imagine, Mersh, if somebody that we had on one of our videos, anybody. All right, it's Sarah Gonzalez. Imagine if Sarah Gonzalez out of nowhere goes, that interview with them, actually, I was sex trafficked. And then our episode goes down and we get kicked off of everything. Is that what it takes?
That's actually a pretty good point. And by the way, I don't actually have a problem with Mersh or Royce or whatever. I don't really even think I've only interacted in the crew. The original person who emailed me about the show name, I believe, was Royce, not Mersh. So like, he always seemed to be pretty straight up. Mersh, I guess he likes the online drama stuff, but he wants respect. So, he does get respect from Griffcast on, him being on the Eliza story. Like, I emailed him my thread after I saw he was talking about it. And I was just like, here, I was like, yo, we probably don't, or we aren't on the best of terms, but, you're right, bro. I'm like, you're right, dude. So, you ain't going to see any negative shit coming from me on this one. Although I think that the way that his people interact in other people's streams hurts him more than it helps him, because I'm sure he would have probably been able to go up on Anna's stream and some of these other people's streams if his folks weren't incessantly going into their streams talking about it, super chatting and shit, which is funny, but I'm sure they're all gonna accept the super chats either way. It's just
no shit, man. That's the best grift. Get people to super chat you that you're wrong.
That's the best.
See, this
grift.
is where Tim Pool, he has the master class at ignoring people that are giving him money. He's so good at that.
Elon Musk disavows.
Holy moly, things just new. Writing, I'm
some
completely
new
shocked
info
to
coming
discover
out?
has made
This is
people
2 hours ago.
Eliza,
we've been
I just
talking
went
for
to
2
you.
hours.
Yeah, I know. So it's since we've been talking,
Everyone's
Jeremy's
already
posted
got a
2
video while we've
videos.
been talking.
2 videos.
Jeremy's got 2 videos already. That's great.
And then Umbrella Guy just finished. We're still on. So we got some pretty good spots.
All right, let's see
and
what
then
he said. Let's watch somebody else talking about what Elon Musk said.
holy moly.
Let's
First,
skip to the
let's get some
forward.
grifting done.
Oh, we have to get some grifting.
We gotta do some grifting, because I think it's important that
Wait,
people
somebody just
understand the
posted this
nature
in
of
the
this
Discord.
podcast.
Oh yeah, we gotta get some grifting done, but somebody just posted this, so I'm going to put it up for us so
Where
we
they
can check
post?
it out. A deleted tweet from Cassandra Fairbanks.
Oh,
I'm not silent. I think questions are valid and fair. Posting someone's ass to humiliate them isn't a question. It's sexual harassment, and no amount of baby voice whining changes that. You also have to be a liberal tard to trash somebody for hours and expect them to book you.
yeah. This chick is fucking
Man,
nuts.
I've never fucking trashed you, girl. I'm not even asking you to be on your goddamn show because I don't fucking care.
Is it?
No, she's probably talking about Farron and some of the other people.
Yeah, I think Farron probably, but or what's her name? Venti. That's what she's talking about, because she said,
yeah, and Venti
Brittany will never be on Timcast ever.
Yeah, and as long as she's part of it,
is this chick will not be working for Tim, and Brittany will be on Timcast. That's my prediction.
Good prediction.
Good
prediction.
Fair one.
That's the fairest that you've probably been so far today, I think. All right, let's go listen to Big Papa Griff.
Creepy guy.
So I think we talked about the coffee. We talked.
Oh wait, yeah, we gotta talk. Well,
I haven't seen any super chats coming in a while here, guys. What's going on?
Yeah, definitely. We got to keep this grift alive. We don't get one, we're gonna have to shut it down. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to pick another topic to grift on.
Look at the child's behavior. Do they have a job?
Has not gone crazy. And why is Twitter taking this stuff down? And by the way, there are many other videos like
the coffee
this.
brand coffee thing up.
This one shared by Odin's Men.
Oh, fucker!
This. I don't know if this is the same interview. It could be just with her zoomed in. But this says,
Jeremy, I swear to
help
God,
me
he
understand
steals
how
all
this
the
has
best
not
grips.
gone crazy on Twitter. I have 15 minutes of this.
And
well, he's got to make that money, dude. Top marketer in action.
Minors are more equipped to engage in sexual activity.
So this is that same video from yesterday. Everybody's been posting.
And
then there's Farron's thing of the audio recording. So really nothing.
Sexual activity with adults.
Nothing new. So where's the Elon Musk?
Yeah, well, that's just the title, dude. That's the grip. You put a catchy title, and then you don't talk about it.
Yeah, where's the disavow Elon Musk? It's probably in there somewhere. But who knows? And just like that, the Griff comes back alive. Look at that, dude. Griffcast IRL $4.99 through Super Chat from Christina. Coffee brand coffee.
Yeah.
Use promo code Griffcast. That's right. Thank you for your expert gifts. She came back in. She shaved the show. We were almost not able to call ourselves Griffcast, and here we are grifting hard and giving much love and respect
Gotta do
to
grift, man.
the griftees that keep our grift day alive.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now I put a link there for you to post.
Some grifting that you would like to do?
Yeah,
I see.
grifting. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, let me flip this over. You
There
can
you
also
go.
follow our boy.
Yes,
Here's
my
other
podcast. Y'all
fucking
should,
podcast.
Subscribe.
Yeah, like another podcast. That's
Yeah, I
the
got a
third
few
podcast that
podcasts.
you've showed today. Just putting that out there. It's the
Uh-huh.
third one.
It's
Third
called
fucking
Just
podcast.
Good old boys. See, I'm sitting there in a car right there.
Yeah, you're sitting in the car. It's the General Lee without
Mhm.
the flag on the top
Shut
because
up
they didn't
about
want
the
to
flag.
get
God damn it.
canceled. That's why, because they didn't want to get fucking canceled.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna zoom in really fucking big so they can see it.
Fucker.
How could you not say that there was not a flag on top of that car? It's
Ah.
very clear that there is no flag
Let me
on
just
top
say
of
this.
that car.
If there
Okay,
was a flag on top, then you'd be off to YouTube tomorrow. So there you go.
Exactly.
You're
So,
welcome.
I'm just
You're
pointing
welcome.
it out. I'm pointing
I'm
it
just
out.
saying you could have not pointed it out, but I'm just saying you're welcome.
Yeah, I'm pointing it out anyway because it's funny to me. So you know what? That's what we do here on Griffcast is what is
Uh-huh.
funny to me and what I can point out to be funny, and that's how we
It's a
make our
great
money because
podcast.
we are grifters.
We talk
Okay,
about
we
all
are not.
kinds of-
We are shameless.
All kinds of topics like guns and the South.
Guns in the
and-
South. Two
and the war in
topics that are
Northern
great.
Aggression.
The Northern aggression. That's really funny.
Y'all,
I like that though.
it's fun.
I like
it's a good fun podcast.
Just a good old boys.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely.
Live stream.
It definitely sounds
on
like.
YouTube.
What's this?
I believe it crossed over 500,000 people concurrently watching it,
Wow.
which was pretty good because Timcast only had like 320,000.
Oh yeah,
I do the Timcast grift on the podcast, and all of those guys are doing better than what the traditional media had as far as viewers. But he used to work for the Blaze. He was a
this is the
I
Crowder
don't know, employee
explanation.
He's
contractor,
worked for
whatever.
several.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. So that's just a little snippet of what you guys could go to
Right.
see in the world out there on this whole entire thing.
Well, let's
I
find
just
out
think
what
it's-
Elon's got to say.
Elon's
Well,
dumped by
guys,
Musk.
it looks like Elon Musk has officially dumped.
Wait, what's this
Eliza
channel's
Blue.
name?
It's a little wild. He stopped following her. And we can see
Anthemisia?
that she does not pop up in this
Drop
list
him a
at
follow.
all. And these are all the people
he
Elon
dropped
Musk
his
is
fo-
following.
that's
he
what
didn't follow
happened.
a whole lot of
He's no
people.
longer
only
following her.
120-something people. that
Oh,
he's
so that's what
following.
it is.
I'm gonna
Everybody's been
scroll all
talking
the way
about
up,
this.
though.
Everyone's
He
got a-
So you
fucking
all
actually did
absolutely
it. He
see
actually scrolled that
she is
list.
not on this list. Here's Ella Irwin.
You know how fucking
Now,
long that
one thing
would
that
have taken?
is interesting,
Damn, this
though,
fucking
is Ella
crazy
Irwin
son of a
is
bitch.
still following her.
Mhm.
I know I scrolled a little fast, but you all would have been able to
That's
see
all
it
the
because I
Babylon Bee,
found
that's
it
good.
almost instantly right there under Ella Irwin's people she's following. Now, she follows like 200-something people, but very interesting. Huh. Right in between a Doge and Ashton Kutcher. I don't know if that's not even a funny joke. That has nothing behind it. But anyway, Elon has officially dumped her.
I can't
His
believe
Twitter's
that
still locked.
He's
and you
actually
can't retweet
she's actually
anything.
dumped.
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of dumb. Made my account private until tomorrow morning to test whether you see my private tweets more than my public ones. I've never experienced the problem. I find it to be weird. I don't know what's going on, but no, regardless. Oh, this is trending. Find out why later. So, Eliza Blue. There's a lot going on, and I'm sure Elon's really feeling the pressure. I don't know if he's going to address it or not, but I will be keeping an eye out for that 100%.
Yeah.
Anything comes down that Elon is showing signs of, or not even.
Oh
showing
my
signs of, Elon
God, we
makes-
just got a subscriber on the Griffcast, Stephen Cates. Welcome to the Griffcast IRL. We appreciate you becoming one of our subscriber and look forward to when you shifted to paying us money through membership to make the Grift
Yeah,
even
see, that's the
more
only way we
more
can
live.
actually see you is if you send some money in.
Yeah, like we'll see if you send money at us, we'll definitely see and we will highlight you whatever crazy shit that you have to say,
Yeah.
even if we have to be here all day to get through all of it.
All
We're
day,
not
all
going to be
night,
like
every
Timcast
day.
IRL. You ain't going to send us money and we're not going to see your shit. We're definitely going to see your shit and show it to everybody else like 3 or 4 times and comment on it because that's how you truly shine when you're in the
Yeah.
grift. That's right. That's very right. It's very right. So
So that's it.
also
We're done.
we like to meta troll. Yeah. We're
I
good.
mean,
That's
Elon
good.
dumped her. That was the whole point of this gag that you were pulling on her.
Yeah, exactly. They dumped her.
I mean,
she finally got dumped.
This troll took a while to work it all the way through, but the whole point was that we bet $1 to see if we could get Elon Musk to dump her.
And I won.
You
I get
did
$1.
win, dude. I owe you $1 right now. Holy shit. I didn't think you'd be able to pull it off.
Well, I told you that I'd be able to pull it off. And what did I use to get it done? I only used a fucking cell phone this time.
Yeah.
I made that whole thread on fucking my phone. So we went from desktop to laptop to phone. I earned that $1. Definitely earned it.
You did.
But now next time I'm definitely going to yeah, dude, like next time I don't even have Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
So you can Cash App Griffcast.
Yeah.
Cash App Griffcast. Here, let me put it on the screen for you so you don't forget it. There you go. Cash App donation.
There you go.
Griffcast.
Very nice.
Griffcast. See. And you know what? This is only the first one that it's already on the whispering on the winds that Mr. Ian Miles Shong is going to be next, because I've already heard of the next scandal that he's involved in, but I've been sandbagging on it just to be safe, because, I don't want some of these other, grifties to come off on me. And plus I want to get in first and then let them get onto it a month later. And then, we can all play this game again, right? It'll be fun.
Exactly.
It will be fun. And always remember that you can go to our link tree right there that CV posted in the chat, and you can find all of our links and stuff so that you can follow us, do all that good stuff.
CV for keeping the grift going on the chat.
She definitely helps the grift keep going in the chat. She just copy and paste in all this shit for us right well, and I enjoy it. It's part of how the grift keeps alive. We have fun times coming up, and I think it's gonna be good. So let's just highlight some of the top grifters, or for the top grifties of the night, so that we can get the hell out of here. And I guess the first one's gonna have to be Miss Christina, who is the most recent super chatters for $4.99. She also gave us some mentions. Make sure you use that coffee brand coffee Griffcast tag so we can make some seriously sweet cheese. And then we had Doc Matrix coming in saying send an elaborate super chat for a lunchy tweet feeder. Oh, we can't forget about that shit right there. No sir. We also can't forget about Mr. Wiley Sow and his nice little comment that he gave to us about coconut waters and things. That's pretty cool. We also had Yakana B, who seems to be, I don't know, somebody new to the chat, new to the stream, that had some pretty interesting things to say about Mrs. Eliza and her interesting grift that is now 100% busted by the grift buster himself, and Squiggles McJr. wanting to do something with the leaked GTA source code that sounds fairly interesting. And then obviously we had Atlas coming in with his $5 super chat so he could actually join the stream. If not, I would have just been like, nah, bro, you can't come in, you son of a bitch. And then also, don't forget the members, since they're also paying people on the stream. We want to point it out that they joined as a member, like the real freaking Crayon and our good buddy Wiley Sow, who's not only a member but also throws money at us. Those are the best kind of members that we have here on the chat. And if you want to be good like that, but then nobody can forget freaking sewer guy Rob, who's been on the channel for 43 months. He is 43 months deep on the grift. So I mean, that's something for you to think about, that people have been supporting the grift that long.
That's
and
long,
you're just out here you're just out here not even supporting the grift. And then you should feel bad, right? Maybe. Well, you don't have to feel bad if you don't want to, but I mean, you can. So I guess this is it. We're about to be wrapping this guy up right here, because I got to go do other things, like go to the bathroom and shit. And then we'll probably be back with the nighttime show. So thank you so much to my boy Sir Gene for joining us today. He's always got an open invite anytime we're doing the show. There's other people out there we've given it to, so we'll kind of have to see how it grows out. And if you want to be a part of the show or be on the show, obviously you have to send us money and be in our Discord so we can vet your ass first. And then we'll definitely bring you onto the show so you can jump in on the grifting fun. Okay? Yeah, sweet. So I guess that's pretty much it, dog. We don't have it. I can't believe that there's going to be any more bigger information that's going to come out on this particular story.
Goal, right? So the whole time, all along.
Yeah, the goal has been completed, mischief managed, and damn, feels good, man. Shit feels good. Shit feels good. And before you know it, we're going to get another big one. Another big one. We got another Griffcast right there. Another big one. And that's coming in from CV for another $4.99 through Super Chat. Much love. Have a great grifty day, being Griffcast grifty members. And that's right. We will. Thank you very much to CV. Throwing in some cashola for the griftola. We can only love and respect what's happening with that. We thank you very much. But now it's time for us to, I guess, take this grift on the road. So we had 7 big super chatters today. The grift is growing exponentially, and we love that shit. And it'll be keeping going tonight. So, we're going to take ourselves a little break, and we will be back for some more hot grifting action. So thank you very much for everybody joining us. Thank you to Sir Gene and all your links and everything. We appreciate you, but it's time to take this out or go away or whatever. So you don't have to go home, but you ain't got to stay here. Either way, bye. This has been an episode of Griffcast. Wait, what? Promo code? Trouble checkout code? We got another super chat at the end for $20. Coffee brand coffee code doesn't work. Can't delete items from the cart. Too busy cranking out videos to fix the site. Damn. Make sure you're using it lowercase. Make sure you're using it lowercase. Yep. Make sure you're using it lowercase. Damn, we had 2 more grifties coming in at the end. So we just wanted to say thanks for your money. We appreciate you, but the shit's over. So what the fuck? Thanks for the free money though.